Ivan Blajammies, Ivan Blajammies, Ivan Blajammies, Ivan Blajammies, Ivan Blajammies.
Visitors, how exciting!
Necromancer Dark gifted a tier 1 sub to Lobster. They have given 134 gift subs in the channel.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Dark, holy shit, thanks for the gift of sub to Conk Lobster. I appreciate it, man. How you doing, Dark? How you doing? I knew it was weirdly handsome in here. I was like, why is it weirdly handsome in here? It's just like, damn, it's just like strangely handsome in here. I don't know. But I guess it's because Dark was here. That makes sense. So, thanks for the gift of sub, bro. I appreciate it. And thank you, Save, for the raid. And thank you, Fox for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. Hello, good morning. How you doing? Wait, hold on. Is my YouTube? Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. How you guys doing? What's up? Good to see you. Wait, is it good? It's good. Okay. I gotta make sure my YouTube chat is working because I upset Cass and now it's gonna be nothing but carnage in there and bots posting bullshit without Cass watching over it. So I deserve it. I deserve it. It's okay. Good morning, Sarah. How you doing? This is one of my favorite dragons I've ever drawn. So, listen, I'm a big dragon enjoyer. Buns, good to see ya. I did early today have an errand. Okay, dude.
A tier 1 sub to
Dude.
KGB_S_S_S
Chill. Holy shit. Bro.
They have given 135 gift subs in the
Thanks,
channel.
man. Thanks to the 135th gift sub to KGB. I appreciate that. Welcome to the guild, KGB. Hope you enjoy your stay in the Dragon's Claim. You're right. I'm not supposed to inhale the liquid, say, but I have a carbonated thing today. I tried something different. I'm trying to add in my electrolyte to a carbonated water. So I usually slurp my drink at the beginning of stream very dramatically, and this time I fucking almost died. So, you know, all right. So we had a crazy stream yesterday. We did. It was insane, honestly. That fucking hype train, oh my god, I can't believe it. The support was unreal. So, yes, thank you very much for that yesterday. I appreciate it. That was a great stream. Really had a lot of fun. We got a lot of work done, and man, here we are the day after. So that was a wild stream. Can't really believe it. I know, man. It was crazy. I don't want to listen. The VOD, we had to take down the VOD. It was so crazy. So I don't want to get too into it, you know. Good morning, Tofu. What's up, bro? I thought you said carburetor, not carbonated. Listen, I've only had one carbureted car, and living in Canada with a carbureted car is shitty. So, fair enough. Chat was still active yesterday, which was funny. Was it actually? I'm sorry. What's up, New Juice? Ads are done. I can see you. I apologize for the ads, as always. I wish I could do something about it, but I run the minimum amount of ads that you can run without Twitch destroying your channel with pre-rolls and all sorts of heinous things. So yeah, man. Welcome back from the ads. Good to see you. Sorry about that, but thank you again for the gifted subs and the follows. I appreciate it. It's very generous of you guys. All right, so
Mithril Fox gifted a tier 1 sub to Mew Juice.
well, there you
They
go,
have
Mew
given
Juice.
61 gift subs in the channel.
There you go. No more ads. Thank you, Fox. I appreciate it. Thank you for gifting the sub and saving someone. Listen, guys, I don't want to return to the meta where everyone in chat needs to have a sub badge. That was a toxic meta. Okay? That was a toxic meta. Made a lot of money off that toxic meta, but oh god, thank you, Fox. I appreciate it. Thanks for the gift to my best. That's your bestie? Wait, who's your bestie? Mew Juice or KGB? 2 people got subs today. It's not bits? Shit. Fox, next time Fox gifts a sub, banner, okay? Thanks. Appreciate it. Yep. Big sweaty med drawing where? What's up? What? Oh shit, it's Koi, man. What's up, Koi? I should just start calling you Fishy, Koi. You should be the new Fishy. You can replace my friend Fishy as the new Fishy, so I'll just start referring to you as Fishy and gaslighting everyone into believing that you were always Fishy. Good morning, Koi. Good to see you. What's up, bro? How you been? Mew Juice, she's been my bestie since 1993. Really? Well, Mew, I am honored to have you in the stream as you are the bestie of one of my favorite streamers. So, I hope I can providedly produce a good enough stream to be worthy of being rated into by your best friend since 1993. So, for the gaslighting, cool. All right, good. Yep. Excellent. Man, so got a big week. Got a lot of stuff to do. Today, though, we are going to finally dispel all the rumors that I don't know how to draw big, hairy, sweaty men. Okay? Ever since I posted my very first hot cat girl on TikTok. All right? I've had the accusation that I can't draw men. Today, we're going to fix that. Partner push one. You can't ask about the partner push in YouTube chat, Cass. That's the wrong. Jesus! What the hell, dude? The fuck? KCT, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. You don't have to do that, man. Come on, dude. You guys make me emotional. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I'm honored. Thanks for bringing 3 people into the guild and saying, hey, fuck them ads. Thank you, KGB. That's extremely generous of you. I really appreciate it. Say.
Saika gifted a tier 1 sub to Addicted Donut.
God damn it. God damn it. Thank you. Thank you, Say, for the gifted sub. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, but come on, chill. I don't deserve that shit. I'm just happy you guys are here. Come on, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Cass, you were in the wrong chat to say partner push when. The reason why I can't do a partner push, Cass, is because in order to do a partner push, you need the support of other streamers, right? They need to raid into you. They need to come lurk. They need to whatever. And the thing is, I don't know anyone on Twitch. And the only friends that I have on Twitch are all VTubers, Cass. And the problem is a VTuber can't tell their viewers, hey, go lurk in Evan's stream. Because VTubers just want anime girls. And I'm not that, so.
I'm running out of things to troll you with.
Mods, the next time fucking cat, I forget. The next time Fox donates.
Oh God.
Please ban her. Thanks,
here.
Fox. Appreciate
Help
it.
me. Also, hi Evan. I got to go to an art show in about 45 minutes, so I can't stay today. I will bug you all tomorrow, smile.
God damn it. Hi, Bell. Thanks for the 100 bits. Or the fucking 100 bits. The tier 1. Why is that 100 bits? I read the tip and the sub, and my brain said bits. Thank you for the tier 100 sub. There you go. There, the tier 100. Appreciate that, Mel. Thanks for 30 months. And thank you, Fox, for the 330 bits. Because that's what that is. You fucking goblin. So, God damn it, man. I appreciate it, though, guys. Chill, all right? Chill, though. Join the train, share the love I received today, and thank you for all the lessons you teach. I don't teach shit, Say. You shouldn't learn from me on anything except how to do proper artist exercises.
I'll bug you all later, and also, I have some deets on some Pokemon cards I bought. I will tell you tomorrow.
Ooh, all right. Please do. I'm excited. Thanks for the 100 bits, Mel. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Thanks, bro. Thank you. You should draw the MLPOC, but only for 30 seconds when you get rated. What is the MLPOC? Because I'm terrified that's a My Little Pony OC. And I don't think I have a My Little Pony OC. And if I did, I'd have 3-letter agencies after me, I think. So, you know, that'll be bad.
It has to do with an EV box and the massive white box you can get.
Okay.
Talk to you
all right.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
D.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'll see you tomorrow, Mel. Have a great day. Have a fun. Wait, is it Thursday? It is Thursday. It's D&D day. Oh, okay. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you later, Mel. Not even 20 minutes and already into a hype train. Listen, if we break the all-time hype train record today, I will draw a My Little Pony OC. I will. If we break the all-time hype train record today for my channel, which is like rank 14, I will draw the My Little Pony OC. There you go. There you are. So thanks to the 176 bits, Lexer. I appreciate it. Lexer, you have a request, don't you, on coffee? I'm excited to get to that. I haven't actually read it. So, did you get approached by someone to draw one? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's you meant their. I thought you meant that my, like, if I had it. No, yeah, I did get approached by someone to draw it. And I also didn't want to be approached by a 3-letter agency, so I didn't accept that piece either. The Marxist-Leninist populist OC, of course. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so Comrade Pony, I see. Yeah, listen, I've been reading through the Brothers Karamazov recently, so I'm feeling ready to finally draw some some good Russian figures in portraiture. We're almost there, I think. Yep. Evan drawing an MLP pony from his mind. Yes, exactly. That's what I do.
To let you know that I have been watching a lot of your streams recently, and it has really inspired me to draw more.
Thanks, dude.
Now I'm well into developing my own.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. That's some good shit right there. Thank you, Media Man. So at the 100 bits, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you're getting into the project and getting after it. That's pretty dope. So thanks for the 100 bits. Thanks for the support, bro. I appreciate it. Can't wait to see you work on it. Yeah, I haven't actually read what any of the other projects are past Samurais, so I have no idea what you requested, Lexer, but I'm very excited about it. So, is the whole MLP fandom all sweaty dudes true or just a joke? It is 80% sweaty dudes. So I won't tell the full story because I've told it on stream before. I don't want to bore you guys, but I once went to meet a voice actress once when I was very young, in probably my early 20s, with Ella and my couple of D&D friends. We went to Calgary Comic Expo. And we met, I think your name's Tara Strong, I believe. I think so. I think your name's Tara Strong. Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Rayberry, for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Honored to have you, dude. Yeah, we met Tara Strong. She's the voice of Riku in Final Fantasy, and apparently and also My Little Pony voice actress. And we were sitting there in line with our copies of Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2, and we're gonna get her to sign them, and she did, and it's awesome. I love that. My copies signed by Tara Strong are treasures to me. But we're standing in line, and we're like, why is there all these people around you? Why does so many people around us, and why are they all wearing rainbow hoodies and have weird clothing and shit? And at one point in time, my friend John is just like looking it up on his phone. He's like, oh God, guys. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, Tara, the person we're standing in line for. We're like, voiced the character in My Little Pony. We're like, a character? It's like, no, the character. We're like, oh my God, we're surrounded by bronies. So yes, Koi, having been in and surrounded by the bronies, yes, I can confirm that they were all mostly sweaty dudes. So, good time. Good morning, Dan. Good to see you, bro. So right now I need you to come up with a pony OC, even though it terrifies me, just to make a D&D unicorn OP. Well, unfortunately, you guys didn't break the all-time hype train record on my channel, so, can't do it. I wish I could, man, but my hands are tied, If the all-time hype train record isn't broken, what can I do? I can want to do it for you, but unfortunately, here we are. So, I live in a city in northern Alberta. Oh shit. Wait, I got scrolled on. It's very kind of anti-art, and now I'm looking at potentially moving to Leduc. Leduc? You mean south of Edmonton? Leduc? You mean on the way to Red Deer for Donut Mill, Leduc? Is it better than North Alberta? I don't know. Maybe. I've met a lot of people from North Alberta that I like very much. I don't know if Leduc is much better, though. I think you have to move somewhere into Edmonton and possibly further down south to Calgary or Lethbridge to really get really get the art scene. But I don't know. I'm too afraid to learn why it's mostly sweaty dudes. Koi, if you want to go on a dive, I have a 2.5 hour. I think it's 2.5 hour. It might be longer. It might be a 3 hour documentary that one of my favorite YouTubers made about the brony fandom, the rise and fall and collapse of it. If you want to dive into that shit, if you like weird rabbit holes and you want to be curated and taken on a journey for multiple hours, I will send you that video. All right, drop it. Okay, I mean, fuck it. I'll just post in chat. So it's from a YouTuber that you guys are probably familiar with. But I really like her. She goes by the name of Jenny Nicholson. Is that her real name? Probably. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I am not proficient in reading. I can't even read kanji. So I'm just gonna say thank you for the follow. I didn't see if there was a romanization. But hey, hold on. Okay, here's the video. It is, oh, sorry, it's only an hour and a half. I thought it was oh, no, her Star Cruiser video was like 2.5 hours. Okay, this is about an hour and a half. Here it is. This is the video. Here it is. Right there. You can watch it later. That is the video. It is a whole deep dive rabbit hole about the exact what the fuck has happened to the brony fandom. Wait, I don't want that to autoplay. Don't autoplay me, bro. Okay, we're good. It'd be hard for me to move into a big city like Edmonton now that I've been in Fort Mac for far too long. So Leduc is like close enough to work out of Edmonton. That's fair. I mean, yeah, like Edmonton does feel like a. Yeah, I could see that. I've always liked to live in big cities. I think if you live on the periphery, it's probably fine. And then like Leduc's basically the periphery, so it's probably fine. Learning English, welcome. I now see the English up behind your name, so I can actually say welcome Plum Brown. Appreciate it. Jenny's channel is so good. I like her Evermore Park deep dive. That was a good one. I've wondered why she hasn't posted more, and it's been upsetting. So add to my watch list later. Yeah, it's a good time. Honestly, Koi, tell me what you think of it, because it is a seriously good fantastic dive into it. The dragon is still standing. I freaking struggled doing some kind of grayscale, getting color shading just right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, actually, First of all, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. The shading is tough, and it is difficult to learn, but it's all about practice. So keep at it, bro. I forgot to mention the dragon print was not available in my print store. I don't know why. Actually, I do. You guys just aren't going to like the reason. The reason was that I just forgot. I forgore and didn't add it. So, so it is now. Wait, is it? Hold on. It is. I think Ella added it, right? Because somebody bought it, right? Am I crazy? Prints. It is. All right. So now it is officially and firmly planted on my print store. So thank you, Ella. I appreciate that. Sorry for completely forgetting to do the thing. But yeah, because I got a couple of requests for that. And I didn't realize it was such a popular print until at GameCon, I sold out and had to take orders for them. So that was cool. I think I may have watched it when it came out, but I'll rewatch it. It's a good time. I definitely recommend any of her videos for if you need to like do work and you just want to be taking on a rabbit hole, deep dive adventure into some strange internet fandom or whatever. Yeah, that's Jenny's videos. So, all right. Today, we have a very important character. We have a character for Secondhand Samurai, one of my favorite people in the world. One of the most delightful human beings that I have met. One of the most supportive human beings that I've met. And if I get a chance to do a character or a Friday request or any sort of art for Secondhand Samurai, it is the highlight of my week. And so today, I will finally put an end to this rumor. Finally dispel any of these accusations that I only know how to draw attractive women for Brooklyn. It's hilarious. All these characters were for Brooklyn. I'm so amused that Brooklyn asked for. It's just okay. Anyway, no more will I be drawing attractive tieflings. All right, badass Viking Nordic queens. No, today I am moving on to a new era of EBA. Today, we draw Clean Harry. A wild man. I have to make him... So he's extra hairy, okay? Because he's a Wodwos. Something I had to do some research on to make sure that I properly engage the amount of hairitude that a Wodwos has. So hopefully we can make our noir detective for Samurai and make it a proper character into the archives of the coffee request sketches. He does need to have a what was the description here on the character for the badge? Wait, hold on. Orders, all commissions not complete. Secondhand, view details. He also needs a monocle and a mystical badge of office of some sort of Fey nonsense. So I think that because Samurai, it has, you know, one of the things I love about Samurai has proper English humor. And if you like anything about English humor, you know that they love ministries out there. So we're deciding that this is actually some sort of a ministry badge. It will be, though, unfortunately, not a Ministry of Silly Walks badge. No, we're not invoking the Ministry of Silly Walks. That was something from many years ago, and I will not be referencing an ancient dead meme from England that defined an entire generation. So D&D Art, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm honored to have you. He's pretty hot, not gonna lie. Why would you? What is? Okay. Do you guys? I have to draw Koi a Batman. I have to draw Koi Batman with a big Batman beard. Just so you guys know, this is something I'm gonna have to do next month. Fish and Bacon has requested that I draw her a big, hairy, sweaty, handsome, attractive, muscly armed Batman. So, will this be a new opportunity to engage a brand new audience that I probably didn't want of my art? Yes. So we're gonna practice for that today. We're gonna practice drawing big, hairy, sweaty men just for Koi. So Mm-hmm. A Walmart Yeti. Yeah, Temu discount bin. Great value Walmart Yeti. You got this today's drawing. He's already looks great. We'll be drawing alongside while watching stream. Tofu, what are you drawing? First of all, I'm honored. Thank you very much. I'm curious. I'm always curious to hear what people are drawing. So, all right, we gotta draw our big hairy sway detective Yeti man. So I'm gonna do a little bit of record. Wait. There we go. Okay, we're gonna record the entire process today. The entire thing, start to finish. Can you believe that? I'm actually going to record my process for the first time ever, and I might even make a YouTube video about it for the first time ever. Oh, wait. Shit. I forgot who I was for a second there. Drawing a con for my friend due today. Pray for me. Buns, good luck. Good luck. All right. I want to see you obtain greatness. I want you to show me your might. I had to do a bunch of, I've had a couple of big like deadline things recently. I've had to work and prove to myself like 8 to 12 times over the last month or so on individual days that I'm not a fucking loser. So I believe, man, I believe the deadlines are good. They get you going, they get you working, they get you moving. So character design of an Earth Ganassi. Ooh, that's pretty cool. No one ever asked me to draw Ganassi, and I don't know why. I think they're just out, not like in style right now as much as they used to be in like 4th edition or something, or even like early 5th ed. But I kind of want to draw Ganassi, to be honest. I want to draw Ganassi. I want to draw like some sort of antlered folk. I don't want the antlered like satyr or like nymph or fawn or whatever. I don't want that character requested by Tiny Spirit Fox, because she's gonna request some heinous shit. She's gonna make me draw an overly attractive version that's gonna get me banned on Twitter if I simply post it. So Gambate, yeah, there you go, Konk's got it. As a Marvel fan, or I'm Marvel fan, but the absolute DC universe is stunning. Marvel's 1610 can't match up. Listen, I'm gonna draw the most grisly, attractive Batman you've ever seen for Koi. Koi is one of the few people that could demand art from me. All right? Because Koi and I go very far back. Koi is one of my, at this point in time, of my like my friends that I still talk to from my youthful days, Koi is now, whether she likes it or not, one of my oldest friends, which is really an absolute delight to have her as a friend. But Koi and I reconnected recently, and I decided the first time Koi asked me to draw something, I'd fucking do it. I didn't care what it was. And I now have to draw an attractive, muscly armed Batman for her. So, yep. And what's up, Anna? Thanks for that. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. It means a lot. Rude but true. Listen. I already got attacked when I drew Rosemary. When I drew a dryad for one of my D&D players for Vixie, I got attacked for it on the internet. Okay. I got a comment that said, so I don't remember the exact. Wait, how did they word it? I don't remember the exact way they worded it, but basically they said, I hate when men only draw attractive women. I don't know what you do, and I'm not gonna look it up, but I assume this is. But from this piece, I assume that's all you do. It was basically that. Like I have a problem with this, and I'm gonna assume this is all you draw because you drew this. Like, not gonna look it up or whatever, but they just assumed that all I did was overly attractive dryads or whatever. I don't know. It stayed with me after all this time. It's still one of those YouTube comments that I remember. So if I get shit again because Fox asked me to draw someone that's far too attractive for their own good, well, there's gonna be words. So there's gonna be fucking words. Koi spelling, yeah, exactly that. You could also call her fish and bacon. You could also call her fishy if we're gonna replace fishy with Koi. You know, I'd never replace Fishy. Come on, dude. I absolutely would replace her nickname though. Fucking asked me to draw Runa and then never attends another Twitch D&D game with me ever again. Fucking piece of shit. Clip it, send it to her, I don't care. Was that from a woman who said I can open my own door? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know who was. People will sometimes when I do art of like certain types of characters get very upset with me and make a lot of assumptions about the kind of like art that I make. It never bothers me because I know the kind of art that I make and I know the kind of clients that I have, and I'm never like that bothered by somebody you know, getting it drastically wrong. But it is funny still. I like the comments. I try and not like, this is tough to do, I think, online, and obviously I'm not like a real creator, and so I don't know how people who have like an actual following do this, but you have to simultaneously be able to like humanize somebody and also dehumanize somebody. You have to be able to turn it off and on, flip a switch, right? You have to be able to take somebody who says something nice to you, and you have to be able to like take that, like understand that's from a person who's taken the time to say something nice, right? Like Anna in YouTube chat told me that I have awesome art. Like, that's a person, that's not just a name on the internet. That's a person that has taken time out of, I'm assuming, her day to say a nice thing to me, and that means a lot. That's like somebody walking behind you at art school and be like, hey dude, good work on that. That means something to me. That makes my day better, you know? And so I have to like really take that as, and like embrace that compliment and really live in it because it means the world. But then when somebody also just like vomits some shit at you in a YouTube comment or whatever, you have to like not consider them like a real person. You know, you have to be like, this is just a dog from a backyard barking at me. I'm just walking down the street and this dog is just barking at me. It's nothing to do with me. I shouldn't be offended or take this personally or whatever. This isn't about me or my art. If somebody is ever like giving you shit on a YouTube comment or like throwing hate at you on the internet or whatever, it's generally almost always they have some sort of problem they're working through. Because none of us know a well-adjusted person that leaves hateful shit on the internet. I don't mean hateful. I mean like just like nasty shit on the internet. No one's like talking shit on the internet and is in a good place. You and I have never met a person like that, right? Who's like a successful fucking, you know, entrepreneur, whatever, family person in a happy relationship, having a good time in life, who's like talking shit on the internet. We just don't know that person because they don't exist. So you have to like be able to like kind of force the humanity into a name on the internet and be like, holy shit, this is a person that's like my stuff. But also with other people, be able to just like push them away and be like, that's not a real person. That's a dog barking at me, and it has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? So it's tough, bro. To answer your question, Devin, he has a strong nose, nice eyes, very masculine beard, and seems very intelligent. What's not hot about that? You know what? You're right, Koi. You're right. Samurai has a good character. Samurai, I hope you enjoy the process of this character being brought to life, and I hope he's hairy enough for you. I hope I've woast him enough for your for your standards, bro. Mr. Rogers, they never talk shit on the internet. Yeah, exactly right. Lurking in the woods, hobo Harry detective. Listen, he's not a hobo. He's just he's just between offices right now, right? Between officers. So Wolverine's grandfather, yeah, something like that. He's a big guy, man. I don't remember if Samurai said how tall or big Clean Harry was, but I'm assuming he's big AF. That's what I'm getting, like 6'8" vibes from him, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, dude. You know, I don't want to place more onto the character than is requested via the client. So let's not get crazy here, okay? You heard it here first. Evan said Elon and the D are not real persons. I don't know who or what the D is. But yeah, man. Right? Like what was the quote? There was a quote a while ago that was something like Michael Jordan wasn't in YouTube comments leaving like whatever or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the comment. It's like a often well referenced quote, but the more you think about it, the more it's true. So I don't take, like, to be honest, I don't take almost any critique or criticism from internet comments seriously, because like every artist I know, if you ask them, would they give unsolicited criticism or feedback in a YouTube comment? They're always like, what? No. And interestingly, not almost, every single time I get that kind of shit from somebody, it's usually somebody just trying to like feel like they can kind of provide something of value because they don't actually have like any art of value. So I don't take critique seriously that I get on the internet. And then obviously somebody's just mad about something, like I'm making my characters in a way that they don't like. I don't take that seriously either, because, you know, that person's just like clearly having a bad time, whatever that time is, and they just need to like, I don't know. Like you go through your day and you see plenty of shit on the internet that you don't like. And what do you do? What do you do when you see something you don't like on the internet? That's right. You just fucking keep scrolling. Hey, you just move on. Right? That's pretty easy, man. That's pretty chill. Exactly. So, I don't know. I don't take the nasty comments seriously. I'm glad that I'm getting them though, because I worry about, like, I don't get very much negative feedback from stream. And I was afraid that if I started posting like actual YouTube videos that I'd get like actual comments. So I'm glad I'm doing the YouTube short thing where people will post YouTube short comments, which are different than actual like real big YouTube comments. And so I'm like getting used to the shit talking and the trash talking. Using the bigger side of things also tends to not be noticed by people because Yeti Fae bullshit. I love that you have an appreciation for how Fae nonsense is just that. Because there's some weird Fae shittery going on. And that's why he does Fae things. You know? I'm glad that you and I can agree on how the Fae works for this case, I guess. Gonna have to go because I have a doctor's appointment. So bye, Evan in chat. Buns, good luck, my friend. Have a good time. And I will see you later, bro. Even behind a Marvel, but they did a Spider-Man and Wolverine series. And I'm SAT for Murder Husbands. So I know I'll have to back read. I'm not a big comic reader. Is it good now? Are we happy with like the current state of Marvel and DC? Should I read comics again? I kind of miss going to the comic store. Haven't had the opportunity to buy comics. I keep hearing people talking about like recent like stories and stuff like that and wondering, is there something in there for me? If I get back into the world of comics. Scroll on because I don't care. Exactly. That's what you do. That's what you do. Every single time. 10 out of 10 times. When you see something that you don't like, you just scroll on because you don't give a shit. Even the lobster is the wisest among us. I think with Marvel, but I support you and your murder husband. I'm mostly a super just overall bat shipper person. How do you feel about Batman Beyond Bruce Wayne? Coy. How do you feel about Old Man Wayne? Old Graybeard. Because I'm a big fan of Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond was so much better than it needed to be for a cartoon at the time. I just don't even know, like, we didn't know what we had, I think, in the 90s and 2000s with cartoons. We didn't know what we had. We thought it would always be that good. We thought it would just get better, right? We had no clue that was basically the end of it. The most important thing to take away from today's creative process is what is the title of the what is the hold on, I'm gonna get there today. One way or another. What is the title of his attempt at doing a podcast during the zombie pandemic? Right. I'm sure it'll become apparent to us later in the process as we move through it, Samurai. Old Man Wayne is so hot. I wish he was in it more because I don't care about Terry. You don't like Terry? Oh no. What about Terry's hot GF? She was cool. I liked Terry. I liked Batman Beyond. Now I feel judged by Koi. The most honest Fujoshi I've ever met. What's up, Cal? I'm good, bro. I'm chilling, man. How you doing? We're drawing some Fae nonsense today. Cal. Some Fae nonsense for Secondhand Samurai. And hopefully Samurai enjoys it. So that is the entire plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's the plan we got. Oops. Oh god. Oh god. Deselect. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. There we go. I've been increasing the size of these portraits, like, in the frame, and I need to, like, remember to keep them all fairly standard, so every once in a while I have to, like, shrink things down just a little bit to, you know, maintain a bit of a border on the sides as opposed to making it kind of, like, straight, suffocating in the frame. Okay. Okay. Evan knows Fujoshi is a good insider info. Listen, I grew up in the era of Fujoshi. Modern Fujoshi have nothing. Like, the modern degenerate sort of like anime fangirl has nothing on the true like heart and spirit of like a 90s anime Fujoshi. The modern like gacha like girl failure, she wishes she had the grace and dignity of the 90s and 2000s anime Fujoshi. All right. Come on. Who are we talking about here? What is the plan ever if it good, or when is the plan ever good if it involves Faye? Well, if it involves Faye with the E, then that's fine. It involves Faye without the E, then I don't know about that. Talk about Bat Family in here. Sorry, I'll leave my appointment, I swear. We are talking about how much I like Terry and young Batman. You know, Tiziana likes Batman. See, there you go, man. Koi's being outvoted right now, so. How old are you to make these claims? How old am I to make these claims? I'm almost 27. I'll be 27 in November. That's right. I'm in my mid-20s. I was born in whatever year would make you in your mid-20s. No, man, I'm old as fuck, bro. I've been through it. I was born in the elder days before the fall. I was born. You're younger than me, motherfucker? No, I'm not. I'm actually probably older than you. I'm 35. You're 36? Bitch, you ain't 30, so you ain't older than me. Stop fucking around. I'm 35. I was born in the elder days before the fall. Back when the mighty kings of Nagathron and Gondolin, who now beyond. The westward seas had passed away, the world was fair in Kill Annie days. A king they were on Uwu throne, in many agioed, K-pop referenced animes of stone. With overly cute Timote references on the floor. And runes of Nendoroids upon the door. Yep. I was there, man, at the beginning. I have seen and watched more anime than anyone I have ever met. I have seen and watched more anime than everyone that I've ever met, and I have not watched more than a single season of anime in the last 5 years, and no one clears my anime list. It's not even close. They can't even get to me. From the time I was probably 15 till 29 or 30, all I did was watch anime. I did get a boomer thing. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Actual boomer thing. I bought my first anime figure. Well, Ella Rage bought it for me. But we bought our first anime figure in years. Let's see who's actually a vintage anime fan, okay? We saw this at the mall, at the GameStop, and I kind of like stopped and just like stared in stunlock, and Ella was like, oh, we're buying that. This is a true boomer anime reference. Let's see if anyone knows who this character is, but they made an Nendoroid of this character. I bought her, and she sits on my desk now. I'll probably put her in my case. Who is enough of an anime boomer to recognize this character? The best anime protagonist in any show. Every anime heroine is a simple simulacrum of the shadow that this character leaves. That's right, Beldandy. Yep, she knows. Yeah, apparently they made a Nendoroid Beldandy, so I saw it and I was like, wait, what the fuck? And Ella was like, oh my god. So have not bought an anime figure since the last time we were in Japan in 2019 or 18. So that's a pretty big moment for me for boomer anime references, but anyone under the age of probably 28 is like, who the fuck is that? The hell? The classic Nadeshiko, yeah, there you go. Yep. Watched Vampire D from 1985 yesterday. Loved it. That's dope, bro. Yeah, honestly, there's something about... So I've thought of this through, and I think I've come to the conclusion that 90s, 80s to early 2000s anime is not nostalgia for me. That it was legitimately some of the best out there. I've come to that conclusion recently. That's where I've arrived at. Yep. I've come to that conclusion. We lost something in like around 2000 and I'm gonna say 12, maybe. Yep. You remember the 70s? Do you, Atari? Do you? I doubt it. I don't remember shit of the 70s. I don't remember anything in this happened in the 70s, bro. Let's just be honest. Hey, man. I'm kidding. Listen. In 1978 is when Atari 2600 was first promoted to drill instructor. Yep. 1984. Atari was part of the first division of Marine Force Recon. All right. Yep. Master Expert Marksman. 8-year all-time top high scorer on the range for the entire Marine Corps. Atari, man, you guys watch out for Atari. They keep saying, Atari, can you come back and lead the new MARSOC division? Atari is like, I can't. I got Eldara games to run. They're like, please, your country needs you. And Atari is like, listen, you'll be fine without me. And they're like, but how will we ever, you know? And yet the man just wants to play D&D all day. 5-time rifle expert. That's actually fucking cracked. Holy shit. Jesus. We're losing every couple of years huge chunks of culture and writing quality. I think we are, right? I think we are. I honestly do think that the brain rot of modern sort of anime fandom, which does include now games, is just happening at a rapid pace that we aren't ready for as weebs, you know? Not to be old woman yells at cloud, but the kiddos only like things for 2 weeks. It's so sad, right? Like, we're still talking about fucking Slayers and shit, you know? And Ranma. You call yourself a fan. You're only a fan of until the season's over. Get out of here with that shit. Yeah. Yeah, Koi knows. Koi knows. You know what I want to watch, Koi? You know what I want to rewatch? I don't know why, but I want to rewatch Black Lagoon. I have some of the manga, and I was reading through it the other night, and I want to watch through Black Lagoon. Where the fuck is my... Wait, what? Okay. my Photoshop window is just like moved. I couldn't see the bottom part of it, and I thought a whole bunch of like options just got deleted. Nope, we're good. We're fine. Just Photoshop being silly and nasty. So you should. It's so good. I don't know. Maybe I am being old man yells at cloud alongside with you, but I do feel like it had some, like, that kind of era had some soul in it. The first time I ever had this like appreciation for like the soul that we were losing was the anime Last Exile. When I watched Last Exile, I realized that all the stuff that I was watching at the time didn't have the same qualities that Last Exile had. And Last Exile, I was like, why do I like this? Because it feels like it's an older anime than it is. And I realized things were happening that I didn't like happening in my anime community. You know, 2N seems like a good idea. Gotta love some Remy. Yeah, okay, thanks, bro. Yeah, thanks for that observation. I appreciate that. My wife was like, they are all on that demon K-pop thing right now. I bet in 2 weeks nobody will talk about it. Somebody did mention the demon K-pop shit to me yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before.
How exciting.
My friend Natasha. And so I trust Natasha's opinion on things, so I need to go watch it. Yo, dude, holy shit, Taku, thanks for the raid, bro. Taku. You know, it's so fun. Taku, I was thinking about you yesterday, actually. I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw some shit you posted on your story. First of all, just before I just get into it, guys, if you aren't following Takutron, definitely go follow Taku. Taku's amazing. One of my favorite art streamers out there, and an absolute lovely treat of a human being. Taku, we're also complaining about old anime. If you have any old anime opinions that you'd like to throw on the fire about how it was better back then, please feel absolutely empowered right now. And welcome everybody. Welcome Andy. Welcome Lilith. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I was thinking about Taku the other day because I was scrolling through my Instagram stories, liking all my friends' shit, and then realizing that I shouldn't like stories because it sends them a DM. And I saw something Taku posted, and I was like, you know what? I need to actually commission Taku at some point in time for some Eldara characters. I have no idea how or where or what commissions Taku takes, but I was like, before my time comes on this world to be called to the ether to just watch old anime with Koi and go to TNT in our retirement for expensive boba, I need to get some characters made by Takutron. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be a mission of mine. So, you're amazing, Taku. And I'm always honored by the raids from you. So, thanks for stopping by, bro. And for the old mech anime animations that aren't 3D because I just look so much better, do you have any opinions, Taku, on Escaflowne? On the visions of Escaflowne? Do you have mecha opinions that are that dated? Or a Razafon? Escaflowne or Razafon? Never mind, you're too young for this shit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Never mind. Yeah, shit. Oh, God. Koi, I think we gotta... Oh, man. Hey, Koi, do you want to go to the same... Do you want to go live in the same retirement home? I think we'd have a good time there, right? We would just play games and shit and watch old anime. We are showing our age. Oh, God. Oh, man. If you like old mecha, I think you'd actually really like Escaflowne, Taku. If you don't mind slightly shoujo, story points, but Escaflowne had some dope mecha animations, like some seriously good shit. This was a legit mecha from back in the day. I don't know. Old man remembers ancient anime. Oh boy. Oh god. Okay. There's the original NGE, and then there's the rest, and I'll happily die on that hill. I was too young to watch Evangelion when I did, Joe. I really was. Alf, work here and lurk sometimes. See the amazing art of Evan every time I can drop by. Alf, I hope your schedule's not as deranged as it has been. I hope you're getting some chances to chill soon. Because goddamn, bro. I'm worried about you overworking yourself, Alf. But thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I also want to see what I was cooking. Yes, please. Where is the thing? Is it? Did you post in your Discord? I want to see what you're cooking. Hold up. I want to see it in your Discord. My links are still disabled in my chat. So, Taku. What the fuck is the name of your Discord? Oh my god. I gotta scroll. Taku's Art Den. There we go. Okay. Do you post your current project in your Discord? Where do I go find this shit? Where do I find your shit in your Discord, Taku? They put it up? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I wasn't sure if you threw that shit, but dude, I want to post art in the art share. Everyone's such a good artist, though, man. I don't want to embarrass myself. That's why I never post my art in like art shares on Discords, because I don't want to shame myself. Progress from today. Oh shit, dude. Ooh, Taco, I love the texture you're using. That's really nice. Ooh, wait, I love this. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? This is dope, man. You're fucking cracked, bro. You're absolutely cracked. I'm always so impressed. Well, thank you for the raid. If you guys aren't following Taku, please go follow Taku. She's amazing. One of the best out there. One of the people that I need to get art from in my small peepo self, that I need art from people. I need art from Taku. I need art from Koi. I need art from Nefra. Who else do I need art for? I need art from Lack, but I don't have any birds for her to draw. That's really funny to precisely one person in chat. Have you seen or read Yokohama Kaidashi Kikob? Both the manga and the OVAs are amazing. A lot of gifs of those anime and chill videos are from it. No, I haven't seen that shit. Maybe, honestly, maybe I have. This is just a lot. I've seen a lot of shit, bro. It doesn't ring a bell though, so. Especially if it's more recent. That doesn't sound recent though, but it could be. I never know. Followed, excellent, good. That's what I like to hear. Taku's actually also, so just let me talk about my streamer friend here for a second here. Taku also has a very like difficult to master skill that I find that I try and aspire for. I don't know if I do a good job at it or not. Taku makes an art stream interesting. You know, one of my biggest problems with watching a lot of art streamers is that the stream is very quiet, very not, you know, like I need something out of my art streams. And Taku's a phenomenal streamer. So just like a lot of art streamers are judged only on their ability to make art, and I think that's fair. You know, it's like we're kind of a different beast and breed than most streamers. But Taku's also just like a really wonderful and lovely streamer to be around. So it's like certain art streamers I really like watching their stream for like their art, and I don't want to like, you know, throw shade and be like they're not great streamers, but there are certain streamers I watch for their art and, you know, whatever. But there are certain streamers that I watch like Mini or Taku or whoever that are legitimately great streamers to watch, and I aspire to that quality one day if I can. One day. Wait, there's a 90s manga. Oh, okay. Then there's a good chance I have. I just listen, the database is vast and deep of my brain for anime, but sometimes the recollection of something is I need to see it to be like, oh wait, I have seen that shit or read that shit or whatever. And those names aren't good enough for me. I am actually, Andy, I'm really bad at remembering names for like anything or anyone. Artists, manga, characters, doesn't matter. Okay. We're ready to move on. We're ready to move on. Dude, I'm like antsy right now. I've got a very important meeting with a very important client after stream today, and I'm not like absolute lovely person to work with, but just I'm just like, I always get antsy on the first meeting for a big project that I didn't like get the vibe right, because the first meeting is always a directional thing of basically like answering the question, did Evan get the vibe right? Not exactly is this the piece that we're doing, like whatever, but did Evan correctly interpret the mission to at least like 70% accuracy? So there's a part of me that's just like I just want to get to it, you know? So you guys got to keep me focused on stream today. It's like a chill apocalypse that makes sense. Humanity is on the brink. A good chunk of Japan is underwater. Mount Fuji erupted, and our MC is a robot who owns a coffee shop. That sounds familiar, actually. The robot coffee shop thing. I don't know the rest of it, but top up because I need to do stuff. But thank you for all the lovely comments, Taku. Remember, you're amazing. Remember that shit. The next time you're pushing through a project and you're like, man, am I gonna get this done? Or you're anxious about something, remember just how amazing I think you are, please. Just do that for me, and have a wonderful rest of your night. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day. Love the piece. Let's go, dude. I'm also loving the vibe of this piece. Thank you. Yeah, this is my attempt. This is a coffee sketch request from a very important, illustrious client of mine. One of my favorite people to do stuff for, whether it's a sketch request or anything. Secondhand Samurai, and I can't get it wrong. I can't screw this up for Samurai, because this is my attempt at showing the internet that I can actually draw men, big, hairy, sweaty men, not e-boys, but real men. Capital M-E-N, men. Space Marines. Wait, shit. Wrong IP, my bad. I really want to get Space Marine 2 and play through with Ella. And if I do, there's a good chance that I'll do it on stream with her. On her stream. So just know that the second that fucking game goes on sale, ooh, there's gonna be some men in my life. Wait, that sounded exactly like it should. Never mind. Fuck you guys. What's up, Laura? It is Clean Harry. What's up? How you doing? I make you a real goddamn stick person. Thank you. Good. That's what I need. I need more art of that. I fell into the dark side and made a Reddit. Why did you make a Reddit, Thorkin? What in God's name could have prompted you to make a Reddit? Like, you made a Reddit account to post on Reddit with, or you made a Reddit, like a subreddit for yourself or something, or like the taco or whatever? Because I'm deeply proud of you and disturbed like simultaneously. You know, an account? Oh God. What merited you having a Reddit account? And it certainly wasn't posting memes of Evangeline in my Reddit. We should reactivate the Reddit. We should do an official Reddit meme review every day. You know how when a streamer becomes big enough that he just reacts to his own Reddit all day? That's what I need. I need the first hour of my stream to be reacting to memes and fan art from my Reddit. So if you guys could just start providing an hour's worth of memes and fan art in my Reddit, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, lovely. Appreciate that shit. Thanks, homies. A League of Legends memes. Okay, got it. That's what did it. What is the new LCS called, Thorkin? And why they changed the fucking name? Because I watched some LCS the other day and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Also, the new event with like the new skins and shit, is there some drama behind that? Is there like an $800 skin for this event, or are people not mad about this one? Also, RSS world building is pretty nice. I haven't been there before, actually. Yeah. Town of Eve was a good robot coffee. Was it? That sounds familiar too. LTA, League of the America. I see. That's what it is. That's right. Definitely sounds better than LCS, or makes more sense than LCS. I don't remember what LCS actually stood for, but I remember thinking it was silly. Particularly silly. Well, enjoy your time in the League of Legends Reddit. There is a $400 skin for Uzi. Oh, right. The player skin. Yeah, that's right. And Fishy bought 2 of them. And Blaze bought 1, and Viddy bought 7. That's the TDC League crew. I don't even know if I can call them the TDC League crew. Never mind, that was disrespectful to Fishy's. That's her league crew. That's not my league crew anymore. Ah, shit. Would you look at that? It's summer sale on Space Marine 2 is 40% off. Is it? Wait, actually? Wait, no way. I checked this literally yesterday. Space Marine 2 was on sale. And it wasn't. Wait. Are you fucking with me? Why is my Steam not starting? It says Steam is started, but it's not. Oh, I think it's starting. $400 for a skin. Yes, $400 for a skin. Well, this is unfortunate. This opened on my Cintiq monitor. And I can't move it until it loads. Wait, can I? Oh, I can do this. Okay. We'll let it load. Yeah, we'll chill. LCS Littoral Combat Ship. A failed attempt at add into aluminium boat building by the U.S. Navy. Okay, well. Now we know. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that. I don't play League, but I like the pretty late pixel ladies. League is fun. I just can't play it anymore. And if I talk about it too much, people get offended. It's one of those things where I talk about my own experience, and people think that they like project their own, or they think that I'm like talking about them. But no, I can't play League anymore, unfortunately. I'd love to. I like the world building. I like the game. But I just can't let myself play League anymore. I will not. Or like most PvP games, it's just I'm just out of it. I did not buy 2 of them. You did not buy 2 of them. Okay, fair enough. But you would, right? That's how you got famous for drawing Genshin fan art? One day I want to be famous like Koi for drawing Genshin fan art. One day I have to be good at art like Koi is, though, unfortunately, so. My friend who plays it, and I just osmosis my knowledge from them. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can watch your friend play it, and then probably get like 80% of the experience from that, you know?
Hello, Mr. Streamer
Right?
McMahon. I have
What's
a
up, bro?
character request for
Yes.
you.
Okay.
She is a sexy slime, with a rather firm and or gelatinous consistency, is mildly acidic, and is shaped like a specific geometric shape that may or may not be square in structure.
Well, thank you for the 100 bits, Aduria, and thank God my coffee requests are closed. Thank God my coffee requests are closed. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I'm good. Thanks, 100 bits, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. Who would buy that? Who has that kind of money? Damn. Genshin players. That's who. You know exactly who has that kind of money for skins or whatever else. Yep. And grabbing his notebook should be a meme. Check it on it. Stop with your pattern recognition. There already was like a certain levels to Evan's disappointment. It was like nose bridge into glasses off into,
He doesn't
you
want
know,
to draw gelatinous cube-chan. I cry.
Thanks 100 bits, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh no. Am I too busy to do that? Ah, shit, man. Yeah, I would, but like, I just got too many things on the go right now that I can't quite fit it in to the schedule. So, yeah. Sorry, man. I just, God, you know how it is when your schedule just like books up, right? Yep. It's me, the Genshin player, who has the biggest microtransactions for my silly little gacha game versus coffee requests going forward. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Okay. Got it. Somebody actually asked me if I take fan art requests on coffee. They said that they had the non-Star Rail Honkai game. I don't know if that's like 8 of them, but somebody's like, hey, I have a Honkai character request that I'd love to see in your style. Like, do you do fan art on your coffee? Do you take fan art requests on your coffee? I don't know if I do, man. Should I take fan art requests on my coffee? Thank you, M. Israel. I don't know if that's an I or an L, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Double League. Have you seen Arcane, Evan? I was really surprised by it and really liked the art style. Yeah, Arcane was lovely. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time watching Arcane. It was fun. Yep. Cool art, man. Really shames a lot of other animation. Really put a lot of animation studios' feet to the fire, which is great. I fucking love to see it. Isafril. Okay, thank you. I never sure what to capitalize the beginning of names. Some people don't capitalize the L or whatever, so. Isafril, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. The party just finished a D&D campaign last Thursday, and we had every player telling the character epilogue. My character just settled down and opened a bakery, and I'm currently drawing him in his bakery. Let's go. That's awesome. I love a good epilogue for the D&D campaign. Congratulations on finishing a campaign with your character intact. You know? Gelato Cube is going in the Eldar swimsuit calendar. Okay. At this point in time, the swimsuit calendar is just going to be a bunch of inanimate objects just to troll you guys. Y'all don't deserve the proper Eldar swimsuit calendar at this point in time. Y'all don't deserve it. The only person who deserves their entry into it is Reaper Miniatures, Odd Entities, and Izelia because they paid for it. Yep, that's why. Honkai Impact 3rd, that's what it was. Yeah, they asked for a Honkai Impact 3rd character in my style. And I don't know about this because I think that a lot of people that want an anime character in my style would be disappointed. You know? I feel like they'd be like just super upset to see that they don't have big old anime eyes. So, yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about it, man. Would you want to make a process video for the fan art sketch and thus monetize, market that part more, get more requesters, but then you invite the weird fan community potential? Like, you know, honestly, that could be fun, you know, to have. I don't mind. So I don't really attract the fan art community, even if when I do fan art, Sabine, because people see very quickly on my posts that I don't post or make a lot of fan art at all. And anytime that I've gotten people who follow me from fan art, they typically unfollow pretty quickly. Like, I think I got, like, the only time I ever tracked this was I did something for, what was that? It wasn't Baldur's Gate. I don't remember. I did something about 2 years ago on Twitter, and I gained about 50 followers from it on Twitter, and I lost over half of them within a couple weeks. Because I just hit, like, a certain marker, or whatever, like 500 followers or whatever from that thing, and I was at, like, 505 followers or whatever, and then after I was posting my work, I noticed I was at, like, 470 something. So the people who jump on board for whatever fandom or fan art it is, they typically will peace out pretty quickly because they kind of know what they want. Oh, it was for a VTuber piece, I think it was. Yeah. Granadox, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Honored to have you, my friend. Seriously, thank you. So yeah, I'm not really that concerned about it. I even had somebody say they're disappointed in me, because I had posted some anime thing or whatever that I did, and I had somebody say, wow, I followed for the cat girl witch, kind of disappointed that you don't do more than that. Don't take it personally, but unfollowing you, you know. And then they did this, they did the colon side face, right? So check DMs. Sure. Is this real? Guys, I think League of Legends fans are getting cooked. The League of Legends Goonrot is real. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Well, that ruined my day, Thorkin. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for setting the low point of my day, so everything else, like nothing I see, no posts on Twitter or Reddit could disappoint me more than that. So everything's up from here. So thanks for that. I appreciate it, Thorkin. How many times do I stream? I stream typically Monday through Friday, every day, unless something comes up or whatever. But I typically stream Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific every week. I'm live quite a bit when you think about it, actually. So... yeah.
Is that a challenge?
It is not a challenge. If someone else was asking that, Aduria, I would have had a different answer. But I know what power you wield, and I would not challenge you for that. So, and fans are not worth having, and that's from somebody who just draws anime art. Well, yeah, but you're not really that anime, are you, Koi? Would you call yourself an anime artist? I don't know, man. Your stuff is stylized really beautifully, but okay, never mind, I guess. I'm thinking more about your recent character designs like these that I would say are anime adjacent periphery. God, she's so cool, man. But then I see like some of the stickers you do, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. especially some of your like actual fan stuff or whatever, like not your original designs, I can definitely see it more. Even then, it's like periphery adjacent. Is that an aura? That's an aura. Okay, sorry. I'm good. I'm good, man. Never mind. What else would I be? I don't fucking know, man. Comic book artist, because of your DC phase. That's why they're so obsessed, apparently. Yeah, what's up, Smut? How you doing, bro? Note to self, don't make artists mad or they will draw me preggers. Is that a thing? Somebody well, that reminds me of my D&D Art days request. Somebody asked me for some weird shit at some point in time, and I never see that meme the same way, so you know. Yeah, oh man, it's been a long, strange trip I've been on as an artist from the DeviantArt days. Oof. Let's try and get away from that for a new era of the career. Okay, monocles make the character, so let's ensure that our Woad-Wos detective has an adequately noble-looking monocle. I would give it like a slight tint to it if I could. Like make it a... like a tinted like red monocle or something, you know? But alas, I don't do these sketches in color. Rip to me. I fucking love monocles, dude. They're the best. It's on a phase I've been into DC since college. Oh, really? I didn't know that, actually. This is new lore. I'm learning new things every day, apparently. Have you tell editing my magazine, but we're finally in the last lap. There you go. Proud of you. That's what I like to hear. Good job, Smut. Proud of you. I realize the lighting on this character is going to be a little weird, but whatever, because the monocle. I'm going to kind of mess with things. It's okay. I'll give him that stern look. That serious detective's gaze that only Ministry of Silly Walk. Damn it, I did it again. Shit. Those are the eyebrows? Yeah, listen. I'm trying to earn myself a reputation for drawing big, hairy, sweaty men on the internet. Smut. He's a wild man. He's not a human. He's a Woad-Wos. Half human, part Yeti. That's how Samurai put it. So. Gotta give him the detective stare. I know the character is like supposed to be kind of ridiculous, but I like giving him this like noble, heroic kind of like portraiture of it. Of him just like staring off into whatever. Ooh, hell. As kind of a meme, but also being very serious about it. They give you a twisted brief, but I'm just glad to see it come to life. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, dog. Okay. Ooh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome and hairy. Wait. That's his name. Oh no. Oh no. Males can have big booba too. Koi, stop it. Stop infecting my chat. Stop trying to convert people to be Fujoshis, okay? Alright? Sometimes the male characters can skip chest day, okay? Wait, no, they can't, literally. Fuck, damn it. You're right. An actual IRL Fujoshi, could you believe it? I'm sorry, no you're not. Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me.
To be fair,
no,
there
you're
is that
not.
lot to give with us big naturals.
I didn't need to remember that. Thanks, bro. Yep. I could have gone my entire day without thinking about that. Thankfully, Thorkin inoculated me from TTS. Poof. Yeah. At the very least, I've been slightly prepared. Maybe make his hair light or dark. I'm assuming it's some like mid-tone, dark tone, slightly. The male eye details. How do they do? All the masculine wrinkles and everything. I like this guy. He's cool. I've had the coolest sketch requests on Coffee, man. I can't wait to open my coffee request for next month. I have about 5 or 6 for late June, early July. But Samurai's is the first of. But Aduria's was in too, actually. And I am looking forward to the next batch as well. Honestly, coffee requests has been such a unforeseen delight in my artistic career. I've been really, really thrilled with the kind of stuff, things that you guys have been asking me to draw. It's been really fun. It's super relaxed. It's very chill. It's just, you know. Sparky, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're chilling. Getting Beast from X-Men vibes. He's got that scholarly air when he wants to chat his latest book over tea. Cream and 2 sugars, no more and no less. Right? That's, well, I mean, like, there, that wasn't explicitly in the description, but, you know, he is a detective, so I assume he's got that. I assume he sounds very posh. Like, he's probably on one end or the other of the English accent. He's like either very posh or straight Scouse. That's not a shot at anybody with a Scouse accent, but come on. Come on. You know, hey. We're all friends here, we could be honest. Yeah. Also, Sabine, you just activated Koi, so good luck. Good luck with that one. Okay. Did I get, hold on, I gotta compare this to the small sketch. Be good. Have to request to post on the Reddit? You have to request to post on what Reddit? On the League Reddit? Or the world building Reddit? Or is it because you have a new account? I don't know how to do the reflection of this. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. On yours? What? No. Is it locked? What? The fuck do I manage my Reddit? Mod tools? Next, finish. What? That should be a thing. Where do I go into the settings of my own Reddit? What in the shit? I wonder why. It's restricted. Anyone can view, but only approved users can post. How to unrestrict your subreddit. On the sidebar, in the moderation tools section, you can see Reddit settings. Click on a few sections down, you'll see the type. Okay, hold on. Mod tools. Modded members? No. Safety filters? Is that it? General settings? Privacy and whatever. Community type restricted. Public. Next. Reason for change. So people can actually post on my subreddit from my stream community. Submit request. We'll be in touch. Wait, most reviews take under 24 hours. We'll update you via mod mail. What the fuck? When did my Reddit get restricted? What the what the shit, dude? Okay. No, that's just weird. I would have thought that'd be a click too. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know shit about how Reddit works, Thorkin, so I'm just as confused as you are right now, you know? Tech Rask, is that right? Tech Rask, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Honored to have you, my friend. Appreciate you. That's weird, Thorkin. I don't know. I don't know, either I'm a noob? Yeah, I don't get it. Sorry. Did not know why restricted. I didn't set it to that. It must have been like, I think if no one posts in your Reddit for long enough, maybe it gets like basically quieted down or shut down. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the system working as intended. Again, I don't want to use my Reddit all that often, like for anything. As far as I have learned in my time on the internet, Reddit's a dangerous place. There's a couple of like cool subreddits, but for the most part, it's pretty I don't know. It's pretty rotted from what I understand, so. And yo, Lemon Leto, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your time here. Honored to have you. Thanks both y'all. I've just never met anybody who is a avid Redditor who is like, yeah, Reddit's awesome. You know? It's on that like list of social medias that I just like never really embraced, as it were. That or my Tumblr account. There's another one I never embraced, just Tumblr. Much to the chagrin of Mapache Guapo, so. First person is nice, might change in a few days. Well, I think if you're there for a large subreddit that has a good community on it, I think it's probably fine. So like League of Legends or World Building or whatever. I think that all the weird boys are hanging out in super niche subreddits. The kind of subreddits that you'd go looking for after you got bored of like whatever Reddit you joined the site for. That's what I think the true issue comes from. So I think it's probably just fine if you are a casual user in a specific subreddit. I know a lot of people who find D&D groups from Reddit, so it's not all bad, obviously. There's some good shit in there, I guess. Yeah, Tumblr is the best social media. Why is it the best social media, Jacob? Tell me of your tales. Why is Tumblr the place to go? Okay. So you can make your own vlogs. Ooh, I was gonna post my first dev update vlog on Patreon this weekend if I get a chance to record it, because I forgot this weekend is also Pokemon Go Fest and a Ren Fair that Elle's working that I have to help out with. So I'll be very busy this weekend, but I should be able to maybe get that vlog style dev update that I wanted to record done. So that's cool. Maybe I should record my dev updates and vlogs on stream and just rip it from the stream. That'd be fun if I did that like once a month. I just do a dev update and vlog style thing while live, and then we just like edit it a little bit and throw it onto Patreon or wherever. Or is doing it while I'm live distracting? I'll have to think about this. Whereas one of the last places to find heavy hyper nerd info dumps, their searchable Ask Historians is gold. And that's the thing, like there's a lot of like specific niche sort of like communities there that are really great. And so you can't just like condemn the whole site, but I think that there's like a lot of, like there's the meme of like the average Redditor or the Reddit mod that you totally see still referenced. It's like the Discord mod memes just like changed back to Reddit mod memes. So, and anytime you hear some like weird shit happening on the internet, it's always either 4chan or Reddit. And the thing is, at least 4chan, you know weird shit's gonna happen. And so when some heinous stuff like gets posted and it's like, oh, that was on 4chan, yeah, it makes sense. But it's like people are still aghast when it like is posted on Reddit or something, you know what I mean? Tumblr seems chill now. All the weirdos left it for Twitter, and then Twitter went to shit. I'm so afraid weirdos from Tumblr are going to migrate to Blue Sky next. Really? Is your Blue Sky pretty active? Do you get a lot of interaction on Blue Sky? I never really did all that much. I posted pretty consistently for a while, but I just never got like never caught the algorithm's favor. Never found my peeps over there. Mostly just posted with my friends and stuff that I knew from stream. So I have a theory as well. I also know that the kind of art that I do isn't really popular with the Blue Sky crowd. The Blue Sky crowd has a very specific niche they like, and the big real artists that are in Blue Sky all have IP behind them, so they have like something to rest on. Not to say that I'm not good enough to be recognized as like a mainstream artist on Blue Sky, and I'm not in the niche that they like, so I'm just kind of trash tier, I think, in the Blue Sky eyes. Like, Blue Sky's not that active. It's chill and not about numbers and algorithms, so I kind of like that since I decided to no longer care about social media numbers. Yeah, that's probably good. That's so funny, though. I love how chill you are about the whole thing. I absolutely care about social media numbers right now, because the more attention I get with, like, general audience social media, the more my scalable things that I want to do well. Like, for instance, I love doing commissions and stuff, but I also can't work for like working for one person is not scalable unless it's like a sponsorship that somebody's taking, like a Darius piece that I did the other day for him. That's like a scalable thing because I can use it for other stuff for Eldara that I want to, and that's why it's really awesome people request that kind of stuff. But like, my print store has actually gotten orders from people that aren't in the community, that aren't from like the Dragon's Claim, that have just found me randomly on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And that's really fucking cool. So like, print store is like, dude, if I could like make more of my living from my print store, oh my god, could you imagine? And so the more views and eyeballs that I get on my account, the more people will click through my print store, which is really, really dope. You know? Looking forward to what this sketch inspires Ella for dice. So I sent her the base this morning before stream, and she said she already had a fantastic idea. So the inspiration is going to be sort of noir druid. So I don't know if that's going to fit your vibe here, Samurai, but yeah, they're like, she has a substantial plan in mind for them that's going to be dope. Also, I think you're way more of a hustler than I am. Too happy, or I am too, and I'm happy for you. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just I'm trying to make up for lost time, Koi. I'm trying to make up for a lot of lost time in my career. I realize the things that I want to do and the things that I want to build, I have to, like, you know, there's certain things that I have to achieve if I want to do the things that I want to do. So I don't know if it's like as noble as just sort of like a hustler mentality of being willing to like work hard, whatever, do like grind for it, as much as just like desperation to try and see the things that I want to do come to fruition. And maybe one day I can sort of like loosely convince myself that I'm not actually the loser that I've proven myself to be for the last 2 decades. So any kind of scalability is like really good for that. So the more attention, the more eyeballs I can get on my work, the more people will like it'd be nice if I could do. It's hard to justify when you can make a certain amount of money from a commission. It's hard to justify doing your original work if you're not going to make like any money from like prints and stuff, because you need to survive still, right? And so the more that I can build that out, and the more people that want like prints of the work that I do, or Patreon or whatever it is, you know, sub to stream, the more I can do the stuff that I really, really want to do. Not that I don't want to be doing commissions, as I'm sitting here doing a commission that I'm really having a lot of fun with and loving, but it is the kind of thing where I need to be able to like take a certain proportional percentage of my time and dedicate it to Eldara. Otherwise, I'm gonna choose between like supporting Ella and like the dreams that I want to, you know, see happen. So that's right on. Yeah, Samurai gets it. All right, cool. I'm glad you're happy with the vibe. So sounds like there should be a bit of therapy in there, but I still think I'm striving. That striving for your goals is noble. I don't know. Because I hear that sometimes. I hear the implication that the way that I think, like, a lot of what I'm like my self-deprecation is like making light of it. I'm not. The problem is that it's not that I hold my, it's that I'm self-deprecating or whatever because of like some sort of like self-loathing. It's that I have such an unreal, I think, confidence in myself and what I can do, that I know that when I'm not delivering, I like have to sort of bear the wound of that, knowing that I could have done something that I really wanted to and didn't deliver on it. That my opinion of myself is in fact so high that when I let it down, like when I don't meet the expectation, it really stings. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, I guess, that like I'm always very aware of the person that thinks that they're not susceptible to marketing is the person that's most susceptible to marketing, and the person that's like, no, I'm pretty good with myself, is maybe the person that needs the help the most. But I find that what I need more than anything else, Koi, is encouragement and confidence, as opposed to like, I find that a lot of sort of the ideas of kind of like, and I'm not against therapy or anything like that, right? But I find that a lot of sort of the modern kind of like the encouragements of modern therapy would invoke too much rumination, when what I need is confidence and encouragement, and not necessarily like, you know, everything else that comes with it. But hey, you never know, right? I really, really want to I really want to live up to the standard. You want me to just be honest? I never say this out loud because it sounds kind of cringy, but I'll say it once in a while. I want to live up to the standard that Ella makes me feel like I'm worthy of. I want to live up to being the person that she foolishly sees in me. That's what I want to do in my life. Because she looks at me like I'm a hero, man. if I'm down and out and I give her nothing to believe in for literally 5 or 6 years, she will still excitedly basically be like, man, I can't wait for you to, you know, not that I can't wait, but like, you know, she never loses faith that I'm gonna, like, whenever I'm having a bad time, that I'm gonna get back up and go do amazing shit. She never ever ever loses faith in me to do that. And I want to become the person that she sees in me. That's the way I feel about it, you know. Sales is a numbers game. Eyes on product equals a certain percentage of the interest, which translates down to a certain number of sales. Exactly. You know, I need to spend a certain amount of time on marketing, you know, just like any project does, Atari. And so that's why I do work for like videos and stuff like that, right? The more numbers you put into the top of the hopper, the more sales and other good stuff come out from the bottom. Exactly, man. Yeah, so, yeah, Atari gets it, bro. I, for one, think you cook good art soup. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. It means a lot. Because you literally already are one to her, or wait, are one to her. I think you just need to make yourself believe it too. Well, you know what? I do think that I am pretty good, and I'm definitely on the way to achieving what I want to achieve. But like, my metric for what kind of art I want to achieve is not, I don't like, there's certain artists that are talked about with reverence and uncertainty, like they're outside of the scope of attainability. You know what I mean? And a lot of artists that I talk to have this sense of like, oh, well, we'll never be able to paint like Jamie Jones, so like, we're not going to worry about that. But I'm sitting here like, yeah, but I'm gonna one day. Like, I legitimately think that I could be one of the best artists of our generation. And so understanding that there's that potential inside of me, that's why I work so hard. Is because I know that I'm not going to bring that out unless I work for it and put the hours in required, the sacrifices demanded for that. And so I'm just trying to do that, you know? All the self-deprecating stuff is just kind of like memes and stuff. When I say one day I'll be a real artist, I'm not actually like in some deep dark spot with myself. I just know what is possible, and I don't want to accept anything less. You know, I did expect to have the copy sketch be put through an Eldara lens or a shaper. I might have to throw a bit of left field requests, maybe tighter guidelines that would allow it to keep the Eldara focus. Well, I mean, like, what's the... What would have been more Eldaran? Wait. I'm using a bunch of design sort of like theories and fundamentals that I have for Eldara. Like he's definitely a like I'm kind of designing him sort of like a Novalian city-dwelling naval gentleman. That's kind of the thought I have behind him, anyway. That's what I mean by, though, when I say that's a noble, because I'm the type that's like, nah, I don't want to be the best, I just want to be good enough. Not because I think there is no point in being the best, I just don't have that drive. I think it's truly admirable to have that drive. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see, you know? I just want to see what's possible. I don't know. I probably, like, statistically, logically, I don't have it in me. But, I could get it. You know what, honestly, Koi, I could get into it, like the stuff that I wouldn't talk about on stream that I realize is some missing context. I'd happily tell you that, like, tell you a whole story of the last like 10 years that you would have missed out on, that maybe would contextualize things a bit better. But there's like there's missing context. I'm realizing that you probably would need to fill in a gap here. I'm just realizing that I wouldn't bore stream with, you know. There might be a need for a bit of therapy, baby, because I feel like you might be even better if you were freed from some of those mental burdens. Maybe that's always a possibility. I'm definitely always willing to entertain that that's possible. I'm about optimization. There's like Whatever would help, man, you know? I don't know. A lot of sort of the modern counseling and stuff, the meta, I'm just not a big fan of. You know? Working along? All right. Let's Gucci Thorkin, get after it. Let's see what you got, bro. Happy artist makes the best art. It does, right? Or I agree, 100%. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me fix it. Fuck you guys. Let me fix it. I get to it first. Ha! Got him. Get wrecked, nerds. Get dumpsters. Get sniped. Get fucking sniped. Holy shit.
Evan Blair Art gifted a tier 1 sub to Fish and
Actually rolled. Fucking a Vandal WoW emote code without an emote. No, I think you're right about that, right? It is one of those things where it's like the difference between like I have a lot of problems with the self-taught art community meta. I have a lot of love for the internet artists and a lot of like issues with them. And one thing I think is a really hard balance is the balance between an artist needs to be fairly happy and content to make their best work, but also an artist needs to be able to push through and like show some professionalism and some grit and determination. You can't just be whimsically deciding to not do your work because you don't feel it, you know? But at the same time, you have to deliver, but you also have to be having fun and happy, you know? It's tough. It is really tough. It's very, very difficult, I think, as a balance. And my problems with sort of the modern kind of like self-taught art community is I think they have an incorrect balance of that, where it's basically like, oh, I didn't make art this week. And you're like, why not? Like, I had art block. And you're like, oh, what do you mean? They're like, well, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, but okay, that's not an excuse. I'm sorry, that's not a good fucking excuse. So it's like, yeah, you have to be happy, but you also have to be resilient enough to stay happy through some difficulties. And I understand what it's like to not be able to. The hospital visits and medical issues I've had with my like ear and face have been one of the biggest challenges I've had in the last like fucking 15 years. And I've definitely like fallen back a little bit on my deadlines and stuff, which I'm disappointed in. I'm a little bit behind on things, but by about a week or two, I think, which is really shitty, and I don't enjoy it. But I am proud of myself for not crumbling like I would have when I was a less experienced or less resilient artist. You know, drive motivation comes from sadness and self-loathing. Burns fast and dirty. I know, right? It does. But it's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think. The self-loathing is the shit-talking friend telling their friend to stop being a weak bitch and do one more set at the gym. It's the jabbing, it's the playful jabbing. It's not like some self-detrimental thing that it might look like from the distance sometimes. It's me telling myself to pick up the fucking bar and do a couple more sets. Holding a higher standard, you know? But I do think that there is like a certain problem with a lot of people who are motivated and like you see like have a lot of drive in life. A lot of them do it from a place of absolute misery and fear. And I definitely know what that's like too. So I understand when you say that, like, you know, the resentment or whatever is a fuel that burns fast and dirty. I know what that's like, and you're absolutely right. It can get you started, man, but can't take you the whole way. Definitely had a lot of that in my weight loss journey. That fuel burnt up real quick. That fuel burnt up after my first bout of weight loss, when I lost my first like 30 or 40 pounds. It took me a year to figure out how to do it again the right way. I didn't lose any weight for about 8 or 9 months until I started in the second bout of weight loss. Then I realized how to do it properly and healthily, you know? What's up, Brooklyn? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And Cookie Monster, good to see you as well. What's up, dog? Good to see ya, dude. Welcome in, friends. We're having art talks with Evan while I draw attractive bearded men for Secondhand Samurai. My favorite thing to draw. Impossible? No, I'm changed. I'm a new artist now. You can count on me to be a new artist. I only draw big, hairy, sweaty men now. I don't draw a single attractive hot paladin or bard. You'll never see me draw an attractive tiefling ever again. Yep. Brooklyn's characters are the last time anyone was foolish enough to request an attractive character for me that didn't have a beard. That is a hairy man. Exactly. There you go. Yeah. Meeting expectations, right? Meeting, matching, and hopefully exceeding expectations. You got them eyebrows though, right? What my future hot characters? What do you mean future hot characters? You don't have any more future hot characters. You're all charactered out. I drew all your characters. You're all charactered out. You gotta get a couple more D&D games going, Brooklyn, before you'll have future hot characters. Yeah, what? Looking forward to Art Walk across Eldara next month. Believe I can do it. Absolutely, it's gonna be dope. Ooh, I gotta get on that probably this weekend. I got a ton of shit I gotta do this weekend. Holy fuck, man. How am I gonna get it all done while also going to do Go Fest? How am I gonna play Pokemon Go? Maybe I can recruit Lack and Koi to come to the mall with me to play Pokemon Go. I'll tell them I'm sorry it's not Tamagotchi, but come catch Crown Shield and Crown Sword Zacian and Zamazentas with me. Okay. Alright, I'm done. Well, I don't even know if they play Pokemon Go. I'm not for us to walk around? Okay, sick. Well, I'll be there probably in the morning and early afternoon both days. And I'll have Ella's phone with me as well because she has to work the Ren Fair. And she really wants a crown. She wants like enough candy and a shiny Zacian and Zamazenta. So I have to catch probably 20 or 30 of them, which will be probably about 3 to 4 hours. So whenever it starts, I'll be at the mall between then to whenever. So the mall, I can't get up north without transit. That one. I'll make more hot characters right now. Don't test me. Okay, I'm sorry. I realized that I'm sitting here memeing hard, but with Brooklyn and Sabine in chat, I should probably be a lot more careful with how I choose my words. Yeah, I should. I have 3 future hot characters in the works. If Brooklyn can contribute 3, we can dominate the request with more hot women. I'm terrified to open my own, like, or my requests for July, like mid-July. I'm terrified that, like, it's just gonna be like a refresh page of Fox and everyone else trying to make me draw more attractive women to see who can get the most likes on fucking TikTok with their character requests. And then a Duria refreshing VGen just out in the cold, you know? Just out in the fucking cold. But I do warn you, Koi, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be walking from one raid spot to another and raiding and catching Zashians and Zamazentas. Okay. It's not gonna be like girly pop fucking bubble tea day. Unless the alley has a collab they're doing right now. In which case it will be both. What's up, Crab Junkies? Good to see you, bro. What it be? You know what it is, B-Town. What's up, dog? It's fine. I need to walk because I'm super sedentary, man. You're not doing your 10K steps a day? What do you mean, bro? You're not getting your 10K. I don't know how I'm gonna get my 10K today. Had a meeting this morning. A quick one. Did not get to the gym because of that. Have a meeting after stream. Straight into D&D. I'm gonna have to sit there walking in place while we're playing D&D tonight. Just trudging. Actual fucking trudging. You do 6K at best, bro. Time to set that standard at 10K. We gotta get you a walking pad. Cool, wait. $200 on Amazon. $200 on Amazon walking pad. Easy, free 10,000 steps a day. I'm not even kidding. I do generally have 2 fleshed out PCs and half-formed idea of a Fire Ganassi Cleric of the Forge domain. Buff Fiery Blacksmith vibes. Okay. I'd give her like, dude, if I was drawing like a Forge domain cleric, a Ganassi, I'd give her like a cool sort of like braided, like a cool braid thing going back into a ponytail that turns into flames. Oh, hell yeah. With like fucking iron and shit, and maybe like some braids that also turn into flames at the end for some braid bangs, braid side bangs. Holy shit, she'd be like a fucking mixture between a Valkyrie and a Charizard. Give her a dope ear cuff thing. She'd be like Brigitte if she lifted more. Oh my god. The braid goes into the ponytail and then turns to flame as well. Could you imagine? I can imagine. That's why I'm literally saying it right now. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Time for me to start doing character adoptions. If I did character adoptions, would anyone want them? If I just did portraits of D&D characters and sold them for like $80 or some shit, would anyone buy their character adoptions on Coffee? I'm gonna do like 5 and list them next month. Screw you guys. I don't care what the haters say. Morning, Azalea. Can you walk and draw? Like, I feel like that might fall down. No, my walking pad's downstairs. I go downstairs for 10 minutes and I walk. That's what I do. Pretty cheap to be at least 100 for portraits like this. I only charge 110 for the portraits request, which I feel like I'm putting more and more time into. These were potentially like originally supposed to be a lot less time, but scope creep has happened. I don't know if I want to pay $100 for a character adoption. Think you want to pay $100 for a shitty character adoption from me? Koi? I don't know about that. But no, I don't walk in and draw. My walking pad's down in my living room. It's not by my desk. Obviously, there's dope ideas for my requests. Let's go. Izzy doesn't have flaming hair. What do you mean, bro? Do you want Sky Knight Izzy to have the Sky Knight braid and ring? Because a lot of the female Sky Knights, they have what am I doing? A lot of female Sky Knights, they have the Valkyrie like hair braid, like the braid ponytail. And then the ring tied into it. That's like a thing. It's like a cultural Aldarian thing for Aldarian women to have. So even though the Aldarian Empire is long gone, a lot of the Sky Knight women still do the hair braid and the ring at the bottom. That's why the one Skynet that I did draw that was a woman had that, because that was an important feature. Character adoptions, exactly, right? So you can get a character and build a D&D character out of it, you know? At Walking Pet 2, I usually play a game with my controller at my desk while walking. I usually open my gifts from friends on Pocket Monster Go when I'm on the walking pad. Or I scroll my TikTok and Instagram friends videos and like them. I'll be like, oh, my homie Tank posted a video. I should like it so he can get some likes on his video. If I don't, only a few 100,000 people will. You know? Like a chill game, I tried doing Helldivers on the treadmill and nearly fell to my death. Yeah, that's tough. I listen to a lot of audiobooks on the treadmill. Not like not the walking pad I have downstairs, but like when I'm at the gym, I will typically do anywhere between 15 to 60 minutes on the treadmill every day at the gym, depending on what my lift is like that day. And I love listening to audiobooks while on the treadmill. It's great, man. You're like excited to go stand there and treadmill for an entire hour or whatever. Also do like a combination of the braid and her hair? Probably. Yeah, probably. Do her kind of punky front bangs with like, kind of like, what am I doing? Do her like kind of punky front bangs. And then kind of a braid. I mean, if you want, that's a lot longer hair than Izzy has, so I wouldn't want to mess around with that. You know. Punk front bangs with Skynight braid? Yeah, that's what you want? Okay. Alright, got it. Got it. I'll try and remember that. Is Say still here? Thanks to Gifted Sub. I don't think Say... I think Say had to jump to do some errands and stuff. That's why she had it stream earlier. But yes, congratulations on your sub, Donut. Say came in through some love. Apparently Say got a lot of support and love on her stream today, which is awesome. I like to hear. That's the good shit, man. Support your favorite streamer, dog. So I don't exactly know what happened on Say's stream, but made her feel extra generous and decided to throw some subs at me, which was very, very kind. This is Canon Eldara Izzy, not Canon Umbara Izzy. I see. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, monocle chain. How do we do a monocle chain again? I wonder if this would work, actually. No, it's too... Ooh, it's too, I think we just have to do it like this. Do kind of a messy little chain hanging down. With the man's monocle. As he knows what he wants in life. And he monocles very monocally. Ah, yes. What a distinguished gentleman. An individual of much fey nonsensory. Such is the request. You work for some sort of bureau or ministry. That's the thing I don't know about the English culture. I don't know if they prefer bureaus or ministries in England. They definitely like both of those things. But to be fair, I don't have enough connection with my English friends to know if they're bureau or ministry enjoyers. So, very attractive. Thank you. I'm glad. Good. This is the kind of approval I need. Appreciate it. Ministry, you think they like ministries more than bureaus? Really? So you might know, Guapo. Bureau sounds too French. Ministries are the favorites. Oh, okay. So you guys are ministry preferences then over bureaus. All right. The Ministry of Jellied Eel and Green Sauce. Aizawa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Aizawa. Honored to have you. Thanks for the follow. I went to university there, although our Brits would know that too. You went to university in England? I thought you were recruited for the CIA in Texas. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, that's the cover. Oh, right. He was on assignment. Thankfully, I'm having this monologue while I'm muted. Oh, no. Whoops. Went somewhere else after Texas. Yes, of course. Exactly. Do you guys know Guapo played quarterback at Texas A&M for 5 years? He gave up his NFL draft spot so that he could go save the world. Crazy, man. 5 years means it failed a year? Yeah, listen. You're doing your masters, all right? You're doing your masters. You were busy the first year, so. Cool. See, Nick thinks it's cool, Guapo. Hey, you know? You know, Nick was a sports fan. There you go. Best response to you. That was the best response. Oh my god. Sick, bro. Nice. Neat. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I promise. Oh man, I'm good. I just need a minute. Oh boy, Upside players, they agreed to take part in this town's militia training and reenactment of the battle that their founders won hundreds of years ago. I took their weapons away because everyone was supposed to use wooden swords and tipless padded spears. The battle was starting as their side called out their war cry. One person in the party noticed it as their side charged the battle with the other side, had real weapons. Oh god. Yeah, well, I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with having your party maybe just accidentally ruining the war games. So long as you TBK them immediately after. Which is likely going to happen. Honestly, okay, if there's going to be a TPK in our D&D game, it's probably tonight. Okay, I won my battle, my one-on-one duel last session. And now I'm probably going to pay for it. I don't know what Ashley has in mind, but there's a good chance that we don't make it back to the Knight's Vein alive. We also just kind of casually forgot about the cultists in the That's right, they were summoning demons and they ran away deeper into the keep. How could the cannibalistic cultists in the keep have so casually slipped my mind? Like, what the hell, man? Paragraph, right? I knew they'd be fine. I have a paladin, a monk, a ranger, a druid in my party. They ended up winning and turned the tide of the battle. Otherwise, all the town's militia guards would have been wiped out. Damn, bro. Damn. And then what would you do? You have to restart the game, but this time with player characters that can't heal. Okay. Give me a second. To grab something real quick. No revolting while I'm gone. Only admiring handsome, hairy man. Give me. And no one got timed out for the revolts. Amazing. Truly legendary. Good show. Okay. All right. The continuation of the hairification of my brand. We'll see what kind of requests come after this, if I'll get a whole new audience. Or if this is just gonna once again activate the book talk girlies. Which isn't bad, look, I'm not mad about it. They show up for me. What an incredible, handsome, admirable, hairy man, thank you. Good, yes, this is the kind of appreciation I need for my art. Yep. He looks like a Marxist? Why does he look like a Marxist? What the fuck? Like, true, but, you know. Right? What's up, Lamont? Good to see ya. This dope-ass collar, maybe? Okay. Something about big collars I enjoy. I've been in this, like, meta of big collars and pretty elven dresses. I have to do, for a project I'm working on right now, I have to do a character who's basically like a very elegant, beautiful elven sorceress. And her design's been kicking my ass a little bit. But I've been drawing a bunch of, like, pretty elven dresses, and it had awoken something in me. I don't know what. I haven't fully come to terms with this feeling, but it's like I have a new calling in life. So I look to the right and then back to the left. I know, right? That's how the canvas flip works. It's a handsome man you're drawing. Thank you, Lamont. I appreciate that. Thank you. We are trying to make him a very handsome man, so the world knows I can do more than just draw pretty ladies for Brooklyn, Sabine. Release another lock comment video. I officially apologize, and then order the full EBA commission of it when they reopen. I see. Yeah, that's. Nah, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. What color tissue for mailing stuff? Just get the craft stuff that we had before. It was good. It fit well with the EBA brand, I think. Everyone's want to marry a princess, right? Right? I've been enjoying my elven princess dresses. That's it. I'm going to officially start designing LARP dresses for high-end fashion fashion-forward elven princesses for their LARPs and fantasy balls. And become the most renowned imaginary culture dressmaker. The mixture of couture and Lord of the Rings. Dark blue and harvest gold. What? No. What the fuck? For my stuff or for your stuff? Do you mean for mailing prints, Ella? I mean, you can get the dark blue if you want. Oh, then sure, get dark blue if you want. I'm fine with the craft stuff, and if the non-craft stuff is more expensive, then go with the craft, because it serves the same function. I don't really care all that much. It's not all that important. People will get their prints nonetheless. Protected and good. Dude, I gotta get on my hand stretches and wrist stretches again. It's been not good recently. The forearm's been bothering me, so I'm wearing my sleeve and compression sleeve again. But even on my other arm, that I don't usually have issues on my left arm, I gotta every like half hour, I think, take three or 5 minutes to do my stretches. You know, longevity for an artist is important. A lot of us think that we can just like grind until we like break, and then we aren't really aware of how close that, you know, line is. It's one thing about like having all your artist peers in their 30s, you know, everybody's super like fitness forward because of it. Everybody's in physio or whatever. You do stretches and Reddit deep dives. Ooh, if I can get my Reddit to be unlocked, good idea. Yeah. I still don't know why it was locked like that. Yeah, man. I've been feeling it right in there. Right in there. I wonder if that means I need to do more grip stuff for the training. What's up, Danny? Hello. Gotta rest the guns, right? I know. Jeez, man. I think I might need to go for the electric stabby acupuncture shit again. From the Cairo Physio. The problem is I just hate making appointments. I can't stand having an appointment before or after stream. If it's after stream, I'm like, oh, what if I want to finish my project? I don't like having to end stream at a certain point in time. For like an appointment where I have to leave my house. And I don't love having an appointment before stream because it means I have to get up to the gym that day and be up early regardless. So, is fan art today? Coffee requests, actually. Yeah. I quit my design job. Life's peaceful now. Haven't heard. Can we make some changes to the design in days and my ears are starting to heal? That's awesome, Demon Slayer. That's dope, bro. Congratulations. Yeah, I did freelance design for about 10 years, in my 20s, and man, moving to working for clients that are getting character designs and D&D characters done and shit like that is just so nice. And something like this as well, Demon Slayer, this is a request style commission, so there's no revisions. It's just someone gives me a vibe and a base and some ideas and some details, and then I just make something for them. It is so nice to not have like the clients being picky about things. Not that like that my clients for commissions are typically that picky. Nowhere near what like design clients are. You always have that like small business owner that wants to like micromanage everything and just like they feel like they need to make changes whenever you present them a design or a revision just because they feel like things need to happen, right? So they're like, can we try a different like color, or maybe we should try something else, or like put something else here, or whatever. This feels too empty. You're like, but it's good, man. We don't need to do that. It's good, right? But you need to, like, at least when you're working for an art director at like a design firm or whatever, your art director doesn't ask you to do stupid shit. Usually, if it's a good design, you know, firm or whatever. But when you work for small business owners and even larger businesses, they'll ask you to like make changes just because they want to see like a, you know, like it took me about 8 or 10 years, or not 8. Like 7, like the last couple of years, maybe like 7 years or so, 5 to 7 years, to build a group of clients that kind of respected my opinion, where you'd hear them say, look, man, you're the expert here. You tell me what a good design for this is. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was in a meeting once with this, like, it was one of the Montana meetings. It wasn't at Montana's, but it was like a lunch meeting with like this sort of like, you know, blue jean millionaire fucking oil company dude, and he had somebody else there, and the other person was like, you know, they were looking at a design for a presentation. I think it was for a presentation for an investor thing, and the other guy was like, ooh, maybe we should, you know, like maybe we should try this or this, like, you know, let's explore some other options here. And he's clearly just doing the like micromanagey, like kind of, you know, it, like manager wants you to do busy work type person. And the other guy, like the guy who I was actually working for, just looks at him. He says, I mean, he's the expert. If he says we're done, we're done. And I was like, oh shit. He's like, so Evan, is this good? I was like, this is, I think, the best solution. He's like, well, you heard him. The other guy was like, okay, well, I just think we should explore other things. And the guy was like, yeah, but one of you is an expert designer and one of you is an expert whatever. So he's not telling you how to do your job. Why are you telling him how to do his job? And the guy was like, okay, sorry, fine. I was like, holy shit, I finally made it. Oh my god, I finally made it. Actually respected for expertise. Holy fuck. And then I promptly got out of there because I wanted to draw dragons and hot cat girls instead. So shit. Damn it. Just as I made it work. You always want it to look worse. That happens with a lot of, like, I'm not going to call anyone out because I have enough clients that I've worked for now on the commission side of things for character designs that no one will know who I'm talking about. But I absolutely have that happen, Koi, where somebody will ask me to make something in a change in their design that looks actually just worse. And I have to sit here and think, oh god, is this enough to not post this piece? Ugh. If I don't post it, they'll know I think they're dumb, so I still have to post it. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Okay, I guess I can post it anyway. Not respected for expertise yet as a character designer. One day I'll get there, Koi. One day I'll be like Steve Sketches and tell people to take their design commission and eat it. I'm picky. I gave a hair budget. That's true. You get a whole clean hairy budget. They give me a poster design task and never ends with it looks good. Instead, it's always I have an idea. Let's do this instead. Over time, kill my creativity. I see. I understand that. 100%. Stopped designing with my own ideas and just started reading specific tastes and designing accordingly, even if it didn't look good. Well, that to me is part of being the professional. You know, there's like there are projects that I would take because I know what that's like. There's projects I would take for the money, and there are projects I'd take for the soul, right? But yeah, if you don't get those soul projects in, it can erode your desire to make anything. So I hope you have the best time, whatever you're doing next on your own, though, post design agency. I really hope you have all the success that you deserve, because it's a scary leap to stop doing what you're doing that pays the bills to go off in the middle of nowhere and, you know, right? It's very scary. I trust the expert in new trivia. Steven Spielberg, director of Jaws, originally did not like the dun-dun theme, but he trusts the process and expert, right? Yeah, no, I've heard similar stories about that with people in like John Williams or whatever. That's why, like, so Spielberg asked Williams to make the Schindler's List soundtrack, and Williams, it's so funny, Williams was like, I'm not a good enough composer for this, and Spielberg was like, well, I know that, but all the better ones than you are dead. So you're the best we got, you know, like just true absolute trust in the process and the expertise of Williams. And I think that's so cool. Middle manager, but if I don't micromanage, my job is pointless. Exactly. They need to justify their existence by getting people to do stuff. You change the beard to a waxy mustache, like the traders from Fable. Ashy, I never played Fable. I was not an Xbox kid. You'll have to talk Fable to Ella. Yeah, and I'm not gonna play the new Fable game either because it looks lame. So you'll need to speak to me in World of Warcraft, please and thank you. How you doing, Ashy? What's up? Ashy, we were talking about the likelihood of TPK tonight before you got here, so Chad will be very invested in our D&D group today. Tomorrow I better have good news for them. But the whole party died terribly. Wait, no, shit, I said the wrong thing. Crap. Or just don't take it. Sorry, this is ugly, I'm not drawing this. So the problem is somebody would ask me to do something and then the revision they'd want after the midpoint would be... So I do that all the time. I turn down commissions all the time because I think what they want is stupid. So I'm totally used to that. But the problem is when they want something like, they're like, ooh, can we make this sword actually have an eyeball on it? And the eyeball be shaped like the island of Kyushu? And in the middle of it, can it, instead of being an eyeball shaped like Kyushu, can it be my my garden gnome? And you're like, oh, fuck. I thought they were a good client. God damn it. God fucking damn it. All right, I'll finish the project for you, and then you're fucking blacklisted, and you'll never know. But you'll stay subbed to me on Twitch, because I'll do a good enough job of making you think that I actually liked working for your dumbass. I'm kidding. I'm super kidding, guys. Chill. This isn't about anybody. I'm just memeing. Hey, but I asked for... No, you didn't. Relax. It'd be insane to not trust John Williams. It'd be insane to not trust Evan Blair Art either, Koi, and yet here people are. Starlight Sketches, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. That's a lovely Twitch name, by the way. That's a lovely one. Starlight Sketches. I like that. That's good shit for an artist. Welcome in. Mod's gonna get a poll on how many orcs I have to attack the party with. 5, 9, or 17. Stop. No, stop. Ashley, no. She's gone mad with power. She's mad that I haven't opened my VGen commissions yet. That's all Ashley's pissed about, okay? Don't let her fool you. It was a Cuba-shaped, actually, renew sub. Yeah, oh, no. Samurai knew it was about him. Damn it. I thought if I changed the country that Samurai wouldn't know. That's why he's the Woad detective, I guess. Can't get anything by him. And he met client, and what if I kill you, right? Yeah, Koi understands. No, I've had a lot of like really good luck with my clients recently. Like I've had really cool people to work for. It's been nice, actually. Right? And you know what's funny? The more work I do, the more people ask me to do that thing. And the less people ask me to do something weird and different. It's another thing, like we were talking about this in Lax chat yesterday, about how my dark thought is about art is to not maintain a commission sheet, and you get better clients if you don't have a commission sheet. That's one of the things I've noticed. If people see a commission sheet, they're more likely to ask you to do shit you don't want to do or that you don't do. I don't know why. It's like the more clear you are about it, the less... I think it's because if somebody is willing to reach out to you via DM to ask you for work, they kind of are pretty committed to you. Commission sheets allow people to shop around too much, and I never want to be shopped for. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm not saying that people shouldn't shop around for the artist they want, but like, I never want to just be like an option in the cart for somebody. I only want to work for people that like want me to work for them. I don't know how to describe that. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that doesn't like word well or whatever. Maybe didn't mouth word that well, but hopefully you know what I mean. Love your art style. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Feels bad when I ask for revisions, but every revision I've asked for is like, hey, remember how we discussed this thing and you went in an entirely different direction without consulting me or doing pre-sketches first? Ah, yes. Remember how you did 30 hours of work on this thing that I didn't say was cool? Monka, I wonder if that's how we got to this point. Yeah. Hello, Ronnie. Because you look desperate for work when you have your stuff all available. Yeah, if I just always seem arcane and inaccessible, people know that when I tell them that my commissions are open, they have to jump on. It's all FOMO marketing, Koi. It's all FOMO marketing. Like if I say I'm going to open my coffee requests today, but I'm going to close them at the end of stream. And they'll cost double. I'm charging you an extra fee for an early access spot. They'll all sell out to Aduria, asking me to draw anime girls. So poor Aduria at work, not even here, just catching strays, just straight eating strays for no reason. Did nothing but support me. Still gets talked shit to. If I want an art piece of you, I would have to wait for 4 to 6 months of Twitch payout. God damn, Twitch, man, we gotta get our ad revenue better. Holy, I'm not that expensive. Come on. I'm selling chances to get a commission with me. Oh yeah. You can buy polls, okay? Yeah, that's how I'll do my commissions from now on. So every 1,000 bits is a poll, okay? There's no bad luck protection. So every 1,000 bits you cheer, I roll a D100, and if you get 100, you get a commission. You still have to pay for the commission, but you know. Catching straight is simply part of being involved in the stream, right? He's a VIP, so he deserves it. Every print you buy during the stream gets you one entry to my commission lottery that'll be running at the end of the month. That's so genius. I do it through my prints. Oh my god. Yep. Not allowed to get it with my own money because the bathroom needs a huge redo? Oh, that's expensive. Yeah, that's expensive, Danny. I'm sorry to hear that. God, what are my arms bothering me for? Why my left arm? I'm drawing with my right arm. It's right in there, that fucking muscle. The pinky muscle everybody loses their mind over because the thing, not Plato, Socrates, no, not Socrates, Moses, because the Moses sculpture. But it's that pinky muscle that I'm not jacked enough for it to be defined yet. God damn. That actually feels better. Okay. Okay. Need some muscle cream for that? Yeah, I'm allergic to a lot of things, so I don't put like hardly any shit like that on me, unfortunately. The scents really bother me, even if I'm not allergic to them. Very like, you know, I want to say sensitive to them, but just aware of them, so I never use anything like that. When I go to my like physio, I always have to tell him, don't put no fucking whatever shit on me. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry, God. I gotta be very, very careful. Air, fill, layer. Let's give him a dusty brown look. It's a bit dark. There we go. Okay. 32% fill for those who are curious. 32%. Closest guess wins. Thanks, Lurk Steve. Appreciate it. He looks like a retired sea captain from now, who's now a mayor of a small city near the harbor. My God, the vibes are immaculate. Danny gets it. Danny gets it. God. Well, you know what's actually the best wrist and forearm exercise for artists? No one wants to hear it when I say it. Everybody thinks I'm kidding or memeing or whatever until they try it for a couple weeks. The best way to protect your forearms and wrists as an artist, besides your like stretches and stuff, but more than that, the best exercise you can do, right, is the deadlift. Anything that engages your grip in a locking motion as opposed to a pumping motion. So those grip trainers, those little like little hinge things that you squeeze for your grip, those are not the ideal. It is about locking your grip on weight and holding as much weight as you can. That's what it's about. And the reason deadlift is good is because it pulls and stretches everything. Really. So here's why deadlift is the best exercise for artists for a multitude of reasons. Your arms and hands are not used to doing this and to holding brushes or whatever. This is not good for you. You shouldn't be doing this for a long period of time. That's why the muscle gets fucked up, is because it's not used to being pushed back like this for that long while you're holding a pen or pencil, right? So that's why real artists, like if you go to an actual art school, they'll teach you to hold your brush like this, because you're ergonomically supposed to be as much in line with your natural sort of like resting state of your arm as possible. So painters will paint like this, right? You're supposed to paint with your arm out, you know, at like a kind of a 45-degree angle from your shoulder, as ergonomically whatever as possible. Drawing with your hand like this, that's not good, man. And I do this because most artists who use a tablet do that. But the way to sort of help reset that is your arm, something happens with like your muscles. And I had my physio explain this to me, to do with like your fucking slow twitch, whatever bullshit, fast twitch, something muscle alignment, whatever group thing, whatever. Your hands are very good at grabbing and holding on to things. Like evolutionarily, biomechanically, your hands like to grab onto things and hold onto them, okay, and lock onto them. So doing that and training that resets the muscle and makes it feel, it strengthens it for one, and it also kind of like stretches it out properly when you're grabbing and holding on to something. So what is the exercise at the gym where you are pulling the most amount of weight? Well, unless you have like fucking unreal lats, the cable rows are not it, right? Like I can deadlift probably for comfortable sets, I can probably deadlift 30 to 40% more weight than I can row, okay? Or pull down or anything like that. So you could also do dead hang if you're fat as fuck, like me. I'm just kidding. You can do dead hang, but anything that the most amount of weight you can hold with your hands for a long period of time is the best exercise for your forearms. The reason deadlift is really good is one, because it's the most amount of weight you lift in the gym, and two, the whole exercise of the deadlift helps you because it strengthens your shoulders and upper back. If you deadlift really heavy, you'll notice that your back, as you straighten out and lock it, you pull your shoulders back. And that exercise of doing that is really good for your posture. And also your back strengthens, your lower back from deadlift strengthens quite a bit. And guess what? If you have bad posture, it's probably because your back isn't strong enough. That's what I learned about fucking posture shit in the last 10 years, that it's absolutely true. So all this like shrimped over, huddled, whatever artist shit, get a tablet that's in front of you so you're not hunched over it. Get a tablet that's fairly canvas-like as far as its position. Mine's on probably like a 15-20 degree angle, but it's almost straight up at me, right? And so I'm pushed forward a little bit, but my back is straight when I'm leaning forward slightly. And right now, like I'm leaning back. And this is like how I draw a lot, is like this, right? Probably because I have a microphone in my face and I can't like, hunch into it too much. So the deadlift will also strengthen your lower back, which will make it easier for you to have better posture. So unreal, and I mean it, but if you are an artist, you should go deadlift. And if I was to take on art students for mentorship, I would tell them they need to go to the gym and deadlift 2 to 3 times a week. That'd be part of mentorship, part of requirement. You don't have to deadlift the most amount of weight in the world, just like a comfortable weight for yourself. That's like obviously physically very challenging for you to do 4 sets of 10 or 8 or whatever you want to do, or 12, but shouldn't be that you're dropping the bar mid-set because you can't get through whatever. And obviously not so light that you feel like you could fucking curl it or throw it over your head or whatever. So just 2 full shopping bags. It is that. Well, honestly, you can do it with like, if you want to like do the grip thing, go get a kettlebell or something that's like a heavy weight for you to hold on to, and just stand there with it for a couple minutes in each arm and switch and just hold on to it and let your arm stretch out. The other nice thing about the deadlift is it pulls everything and really gives you a great arm shoulder stretch. It pulls everything out. So people don't want me to talk about it, man. It's like something in the art community when they're like, oh, I'm in pain all the time, I have this issue, and I'm like, oh, I have a fix to that. They're like, what's the fix? And I'm like, go to the gym. They're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Never mind. That's a bad fix, man. That's toxic. Can't I just download a fix? Can I just download more stretch? Is that a thing? What stretch pack do you use on Clip? Can I just download it? Just tell them no, man. Go train. All the best artists I know are jacked. I don't know a single artist in the industry that's a senior art director or a senior artist, an art director, or a principal artist that isn't jacked. Just look at Dave Greco, for God's sakes. All the principal artists are fucking huge, man. They're all yoked. What I'm hearing is Batman must be an amazing anime artist. Okay. Fucking Koi, always thinking about the bats. Jeez, man. I don't know if Batman deadlifts. If he just has naturally large forearms. I actually had this conversation sort of with an artist friend of mine. She was like, I want to not feel like shit all the time when I'm making art. I'm hunched over, I have bad posture, I have bad eyes, I have bad whatever. How do I not? I'm willing to do whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And I tell her like the basic sort of workout plan that I build for her. And she's like, oh, but I don't want to go to the gym, man. And I'm like, you gotta, man. Like, what is it? You don't get up early? We can find time to go to the gym. And she's like, but I don't really want to get like huge, you know? I'm so afraid of like going to the gym and like lifting weights and becoming like all like butch and shit. And I was like, we need to have a conversation about the fucking physical genetic potentiality of non-anabolic steroid-induced individuals. You will not get jacked. The amount of people that like, specifically like women that I've talked to in my adult life that are afraid of going to the gym because they're afraid they'll get jacked, just baffles my mind. I wish it wasn't such a pervasive fear, you know? Even Ella's friend had that concern when they started going to the gym together. And Ella had to inform her that men with the peak amount of testosterone spend their 20s trying their absolute hardest to get jacked and don't do it. You going to the gym 3 days a week are not going to get jacked. Don't worry. Ebisu said the same thing to me. It was so funny. The absolute like if you see somebody who is in your opinion too jacked, I'm almost guaranteeing they're on an anabolic steroid. Almost guaranteeing. The amount of, especially like it doesn't matter the gender, but athletic men and women that I've seen get too big naturally is like the amount of people that I see that naturally get too jacked, represented as a whole number, represented as a number, rounded to the nearest whole number is precisely 0%. I said I'm gonna get jacked. She looked at me and was like, I don't think that's in your cards. Damn, bro. Damn, she don't think you can get huge, get swole. Well, you have to prove her wrong now, I guess. No, it's not a danger. Don't worry about it. Go to the gym. Lift heavy weights. You'll feel better. If you're an artist, go lift heavy weights. Go to the gym, go deadlift. Go do things that are good for your back. Go do good things that are for your posture. You'll feel better. You won't get too big, I promise. Can't get jacked though intending to. It requires a specific diet and intense workouts for a long, consistent time. Yeah, I mean, you know what's funny? Is that artist friend Salesian? I told her, I was like, here is the peak of natural female sort of like, as a woman in your 20s, here's the peak of what you could possibly expect. And I showed her like this fitness trainer's like Instagram that Ella like follows along some of her stuff. And I was like, this is the most that you could possibly expect. And she's like, oh damn, I'd love to look like that. And she's like, you mean I could look like that by going to the gym? I'm like, no, you couldn't. You could not get this jacked or this like toned looking at that. Because she goes to the gym for like 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, like it's her job, because it is. You are not going to get that toned and lean and whatever. She's like, oh damn. And so it's funny because Salesian, the conversation went from I'm afraid to get too jacked to, what do you mean I can't get that in shape? Just like expectations, like negative expectations shattered and relief set in, and then like hopeful expectations shattered and despair set in, all in like a 10-minute period. It's kind of funny actually. It's like, oh man, I want to look like that though. She's like, what about this chick? And she like links me. I'm like, not natural. What about this chick? Not natural. What about this chick? Not natural. Don't worry, you're good. You're good. Which influence was Lean Beef Patty? No, it was somebody else. I don't know many like fitness influencers, like especially I don't know a lot of like female fitness influencers. I do know Lean Beef Patty though. Just because she's like in the periphery of some Twitch streamers and stuff like that, and it wasn't her. It was some blonde chick. I don't remember who, but She also wasn't necessarily too big or too built. Her body fat was just very low so that she had like visible abs. Which is why she looked so like jacked, you know, air quote jacked. But I don't know who it was. Diet and drugs are the key to bodybuilding. At least when I used to work at a spit and sawdust gym. Attaboy. Yep. Chicken breast and TRT. It happened, but it'd be more work than she's probably thinking. Sad, but funny. Yeah, right? No, go deadlift. You're not going to be some fucking monstrous, like, hulking creature lumbering through society. You'll be fine. You'll be alright. But Jeff's a bodybuilder and she's constantly accused of steroids for being unnatural, but she's also a nutritionist and whatever. Sure, yeah. I mean, look, she's really pushing for it and doing like does she have her pro card, or is she like, is it part of her like? Because if you're a pro and you're doing it, yeah, you can absolutely look. You can look not natty, but you'd have to be putting in, like, you'd be dedicating your fucking life to it. No, dispel all fears of being too jacked amongst the women in my life. And dispel all fears of being jacked enough. Or dispel all hopes of being jacked enough amongst the men in my life. Simultaneous sighs of relief and cries of despair. Trying for pro card, but everyone that does gear, or everyone there does gear, so she's trying to be in a natural category. That's awesome, yeah. Well, good luck to her, man. It's a tough. The natty category is very difficult to get into. So, not that I'm an expert on this shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know. But it is good to have, like, there are certain things you can do physical exercise wise to make your time as an artist a lot less problematic. And the problem is that when people are learning art, they're learning art as a teenager or 23-year-old. And when you're a teenager or 23-year-old, you're made of like fucking indestructible adamantium, rubber, and like dreams. It's not until you've like been working for a while that you see your first brush with mortality as an artist, where you see your career flash before your eyes, you know. And like, not to fucking scare any of the young people artists out there, but like, you hear the stories, man. You see it happens. Somebody at a company when I was working like sort of adjacent with a studio, one of the artists that I knew, she basically lost her fucking job because she got carpal tunnel so bad she couldn't do anything for like a year or whatever. And they could put her on disability for a certain amount of time, but her recovery time was a lot longer, so they let her go. And there was some fuckery around there, like, I don't know if you're allowed to or whatever necessarily, but like, whether you're allowed to or not, it can still happen. Right? But there's rules against, yeah, well, sometimes the rules don't work in your favor, so it can be a big problem if you don't take care of your shit. You snap some shit up, or you like injure something or pull a muscle or whatever because you weren't taking care of your body and posture and whatever as an artist. And then you're kind of fucked, man. And you just hope that first brush with like career death as an artist isn't too serious. That you like learn that you need to be more careful and take your physical health more seriously as an artist. And you just hope that there's not like a lasting permanent problem that you have to deal with. A chronic issue that comes back over and over again. Happens to a lot of artists. It does. It happens to a ton, right? A ton more than you'd like to see. Well, what's up, Daddy? Hi from Spain. Hello. Good to see you. From Spain. That's dope. I love Spain. Yeah. Take care of your shit, man. You'll thank yourself for it in 10 years when you're still able to actually draw. That's why Koi is officially announcing that she is starting the Eldarin Step Challenge early. She's going to get 10,000 steps a day. Her My Hero Academia training arc has begun, officially. USA main enemy nowadays? Nah. I know a ton of Americans that are all lovely individuals. Most of the core members of this community are Americans. I'd never call them a fucking enemy. I wouldn't disrespect them like that. I love my American brothers and sisters. I love them all dearly. I don't want to work out because you want me to look like an MHA character. Okay, whoa, yeah, hold on. Let's not, let's not get... You're right. I would never accuse you of looking like an MHA character. You'd never have that lame of a character design, Koi. Oh, did I say the unpopular thing out loud? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't want to activate the MHA fans. They're both really nice. Carpal tunnel is hell, but you can do a lot with massage in specific points. Can put the carpal tunnel again under control. Sure, yeah, and I mean the surgery for it is also really great. Unfortunately, like, women are also more susceptible to carpal tunnel than men are. Learned this when my wife had carpal tunnel surgery on her wrist. That apparently women don't have the same kind of they're like the tendon that wraps around your wrist that causes carpal tunnel is like tighter or whatever, not like as I don't know, on men or on women as it is on men. So men have less problem with carpal tunnel. If you're like a female artist, you should actually, like, your chances of developing carpal tunnel problems are like a lot higher. You should really take it quite seriously. Ella told me when she had her carpal tunnel surgery, because you're awake for it, right? She told me that the second that they like fixed it, she felt immediate instant relief in the middle of her carpal tunnel surgery. So although the recovery is pretty long on carpal tunnel surgery, it is really worth it if you suffer from it a lot, I think. Ella, it was one of the best things Ella's ever done is get her carpal tunnel surgery done. Even my dad had carpal tunnel surgery this last week, and I haven't asked him how he's doing, but from what I understand, he's also doing a lot better with it. So yeah, man, there's things you can do with that too. What is that for surgery? For carpal tunnel surgery? It's just surgery on your wrist. I won't go into the specifics because some people get squeamish about it. But it's not a terrible surgery. It's very easy. It's very quick, very easy. Like I dropped Ella off at the hospital. I'm like, do you want me to, like, okay, we'll come in. She's like, no, it's not paid for parking. And I'm like, okay, I'll just like go over here and chill. And I'm like at the fucking like pet store buying Una food, and she's like calls me. She's like, hey, I'm done. I'm like, oh shit, okay, She was in and out in like under an hour, bro. It was a quick ass thing. She like gets in the car. She's bandaged up. She's like, hey, you want to go for food? I'm like, okay, you okay? She's like, yeah, I feel great. I'm like, all right, shit, okay. It's very non an issue. It's very easy, very chill, But yeah, it's pretty. You can look it up, Danny. It's very chill. It's very easy. Been DMing at my LGS for a while now. That's awesome. LGS D&D is a good time. This past week, I had this teenager come to my table this week trying to act like a know-it-all, then added that he knew all the rules because he's been playing for 2 years. And if I needed help DMing, I could ask him. That's great, dude. It's great to have a rules lawyer at your table. Bro, my players, I expect them to know the rules better than I do. Are you kidding? You want to ask me if you can sneak attack off the chandelier while like juggling hippopotamuses and throwing the gnome as it turns into a fucking Super Saiyan fireball? I'm like, I don't know, dog, can you? So thank you very sincerely. Then told him I have a 30-year experience playing D&D, but I'll ask him if I have a question. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't flex the, like, if it, like, here's the thing. What are you doing flexing at a teenager? Teenagers are all dumb. All of us were dumb when we were teenagers, You just let them be dumb, bro. And like, ask them a rule, throw them a bone. And hey, listen, when somebody starts a conversation with, as a DM that's been DMing for X years, usually they're wrong. You and I both know that. So, hey, I've seen some DMs that have been DMing for a long time and don't know shit. I'm sure you've encountered a couple of them too, right? I'm sure you've seen a fair number. I have you a lot, boy. Thanks, Plant. I appreciate that. Thanks, dude. Welcome in. Yeah, let him show off, man. I was an idiot when I was 15. Oh yeah, man. Part of the mentor role as we get older is letting the teenagers be stupid assholes. It's cool you're DMing at the LGS. That's cool. That's a good time. I did that for a long time for the game store, and had some mixed experiences in that. Hey, mixed experiences. All right, we need our badge for our homeboy here. We need our Druid Ministry of Fey Investigations badge. I don't know what to do for it. Like, is there a specific kind of like styling to official looking English badges for people to wear to do official things? Is it basically just like a detective's badge that we're drawing here for Samurai? I should have asked that more specifically. I wonder if he sent me something in DMs. Hold on. Let's see. He sent me a bit of a DM about it. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Clean Harry, the Yeti, Eldara, monocle. Deer stalker hack joke. Mystical bat of office of some sort. Okay, I suppose we're doing what we want with the badge then. Okay. Got it. We'll do what we want with the badge then. We'll do something kind of cool and official looking. Okay. Are you working on a particular commission? I am. This is for a request from Coffee, where people can put requests in for characters, and they give me a couple of sentences about their character, and I build a design for them based off of that. So that is what this is. Got some heraldry stuff if you feel like it. Commonwealth means Canada style is in the style. Ooh. We're part of the Commonwealth. I forgot that. It's our king too. Samurai, do you guys have king money yet? We still got queen money.
Should have told the team you use first edition rules.
Damn, bro. First edition rules. If you say that, you're gonna get okay boomered, I feel like. Right? Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's a good point, Moose. Thanks for the bits, bro. Appreciate it. Do you like retro art style? I'm not familiar with what that means. That's a wide net. Retro. Do you mean like retro fantasy or like retro Americana? Retro anime? Because if it's retro fantasy, a lot of times people don't want to admit it, but it's just bad. It's just couldn't afford good artists. There's like a couple that are really dope, and the rest of the retro fantasy style is like a little, you know, classic. But hey, man, we don't use the 3.5 race sort of like line up for a reason. Vaporwave, yeah, vaporwave art. Oh, holy fuck, that'd be dope, dude. Why does anyone ask me for girly pop vaporwave art of their OC? Sitting on a building in Tokyo, listfully looking out into the neon skyline, like that fucking lesbian dating sim about Hong Kong that I really want to play. Koi knows what I mean. I have king money in my wallet right now, but I have no idea if it's real or if I got conned. Really? You guys got king money already? Our queen money contract for printing was still for another like 5 years, so we won't see king money for another like probably 2 or 3 years. But the last time I hold like queen money, I'm gonna be upset. It's gonna bother me. I'll be like, ma'am, you must stay in my wallet. You know, like I still have a vintage $2 bill from when they discontinued those in like 1992 or whatever. My mom saved it for me, thinking I'd want it one day, and she was absolutely right. You play dating sims, Evan? Sorry, I only worked on one once? Come on, man. You should know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so cool. Here, check it out. Boy. It is... Where's my stream? Where's my thing? There we go. The art looks so good. It's called A Summer's End Hong Kong 1986. A Summer's End Hong Kong 1986. It's so good. I really want, like, I'm not that interested in playing a fucking lesbian dating sim. I'm not that interested in playing any dating sim, to be honest. But it looks so good. The art's so dope. Right? It's so fucking cool, man. Look at this shit. Look at the fashion, man. Dude, this was the best time. All the good stuff. It's our visual novel. I want to play it, man. Scandalous. You're both women. What are you doing? It's 1986. Yeah, this shit's cool. I like this. Nostalgia to the max. Like, actually, though, right? It just looks really cool. Remember this came out years ago? I saw it because I followed the artist that, like, did the designs or whatever. And she was like, hey, working on this new project, bro. And it looks so cool, man. Just take me to the Neon City in the 90s or 80s, bro. Take me there. I can barely get Koi to agree to take me to fucking Shenzhen or whatever, but she can't take me to 1980s Hong Kong, unfortunately. Next question, loading Evan in the shell / dirty claim. Okay. Just my art of the major. Sure, got it. Got it, just for you, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, read it and say it louder than back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll speak up next time. Make sure I get my opinion across. Get cancelled speedrun 80%. All right, time for our ministry badge. So, Canadian important heraldry, English finery, inspector badge of the important Fey nonsense. Cool. Well, if it's Fey, I feel like we have to do some Fey BS-ery in here. So we're gonna make it look kind of like an official badge, but with some druidy nonsense. So we're gonna do how are we gonna do this? Okay, I know what we're gonna do. Okay. That's what you're saying, Retro Fantasy R is bad. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I was going to get cancel speedrun 80%. Because I can't say that as a D&D artist. I have to have nothing but reverence for anyone that ever made fantasy art. Even if it was PHB level or 3.5 level, whatever. Yeah, I'll get in trouble if I say that shit out loud. People be mad, bro. You'll get very mad at me for that. Okay. The Fey BS, because that's what you do when you're a detective. I'm personally invested in this character's story. I feel like this needs to be like a novel about Clean Harry's adventures. Tell them to defend their opinions? I don't want to aggro the mob. What do you mean? I don't mean mob as in a group of people that are a mob. I mean the mob as in like a single mob in a dungeon. I don't want to aggro the pat. Let's call them that. Yeah. 1970s D&D Art is sure something. Yeah, but if you're not completely reverent of it, then do you even have the right? It's like, you know, it's an opinion that I think is like a dangerous take in the fantasy art scene, is to not be a fan of Frazetta. Now, I personally am, but I remember talking to someone who was like so unbelievably reverent of Frazetta's work. I remember they said something about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a fan of Frazetta, you know. And they said something like, I didn't like communicate my fandom enough, and they were like upset about that. It was at ArdCon. Yeah, not GameCon, it was at ArdCon. And I was like, no, man, I'm a fan. They're like, oh, you just sounded like you were being a bit critical of it. I was like, no, I just, you know, what? I don't remember what the problem was anyway. I was like, damn, is that okay to have, like, what if I said I didn't like Frazetta? Is that like, these are dangerous opinions in the fantasy scene. You can't take that opinion here in the fantasy art scene. Otherwise, you are at risk of... Whew, you risk at hearing about it anyway. We don't want none of that. That's why maybe he's the only artist they know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like I'll get references from like people will say very nice things to me about my art, and they'll reference an old D&D artist that I won't know the name of, but I'll know their work, whatever. And I'll have some like gray beard first edition player be like, wow, your art's really nice. I'm like, oh, thanks so much. They're like, you remind me of, and they'll like reference that old artist. I'm like, oh, I'm not familiar. And that will immediately change, like sour their tone. They'll be so mad. They'll be like, wow, how do you do D&D art, but you don't know? You know, hate to break it to you, I actually don't do D&D art. I do fantasy art. D&D is just the thing I do right now, you know? And they get very upset. They get very mad about that when I'm like, who? But that's basically me with every artist. You know, I don't remember shit about artist names. I'll have to be like reminded with their work before I, you know. Tell you who that guy is? That's fine. He's just an ancient artist. I'd bring his stuff up on stream, but it's not stream safe. Let's just face it. I'm not Googling Frazetta. I know better. Considered one of the masters of traditional fantasy works. Yeah, exactly. One of the last great painters of... Wait, hold up. Oh, hold on, let me do this again real quick. Maybe I can get up something that's not to jog the memory. Okay. Maybe not. Bad idea. Failed plan. Abort. Revert. Back out. Alright, whatever. Important artist. Yep. Important artist. Something like that. Don't worry about it. What's the action shirt? What's up, dude? Bound to be gatekeepy folks in every fandom, especially the super vast library ones. Yeah, actually. Hi, Ashy. What's up? Hello. How you doing? What's up, girl? What's up? How you been? Hey, good to see you. Sorry. There was not even a mention of TDKing the party. Oh god, okay. I think he's handsome. I like this guy. I sure do hope TikTok likes him too. So easy to not know the name of an artist who did D&D art, honestly. It is. It's not, well, it's easy to not know the name of an artist, period. Like, someone will say some, like, Dutch-sounding name, and I'm like, who? And they're like, somebody you referenced as an inspiration on your stream not 2 weeks ago. You mean 2 months ago? Yeah, same thing. Like, dude, I don't remember fucking names of artists. Do you know how long it takes me to recall a name of an artist? I probably Googled Jan Mateo 17 times in the last year on stream. That Polish artist, what's his name? I need to re-Google his name. Look, I did not do well in art history. Actually, sorry. I did exceptional in art history, but I also cheated on every single art history exam we had. So, well, you know, there was that, I guess. I did? Yes, I did. Are you kidding? Are you, what? Yeah, are you kidding? Yes, I absolutely did. We had our laptops, for fuck's sakes. I cheated on every single art history exam we had. What? You didn't? The fuck? Did you pass? Every last one of them. Daniel R. Horn needs more highlight in the D&D space. That guy could paint. Well, let me Google him. Daniel R. Horn. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. That's some good shit right there. Afraid to scroll too far down, you know? Yep, familiar with the artist. Didn't know the fucking name. I'm mostly familiar with this piece. I think everybody, if they think of him, they think of this piece. The fucking skeleton. I don't know why this is the most famous one, but I think like any variation of this is like it. Right? Probably because there's multiples, but anyway. Also cheated my way through art history class. It was just so damn dry. I regret it. I wish I didn't like have to snake my way through classes, but I certainly fucking did. And that's just the way it was in school. Look, I had a rough time in art school, man. Okay, leave me alone. I apologize for nothing. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't take me as the example. And so on, etc., etc. There's a more modern impressionist painter that uses rainbow palette. I love his work. I googled him like 2 weeks ago. Can't recall his name right now. 100%. That's the way it goes, right? Who the fuck remembers an artist's name? Oh wait, that'll be me. Yeah, who was that artist from the early 2000s? The first half of the century that did all the Rings and Cat Girls? What was his name? Aaron Blake or something? I really wonder how artists today will be looked at in 500 years. Because you could read about how Michelangelo did his work, but you didn't really know. So there's a lot of accusations for a lot of painters and sculptors that they didn't do most of their work, that it got attributed to them, or that they would paint or sculpt the hands and faces and some of the more difficult pieces. But like, what did an artist really do? How much of Michelangelo's work did he really paint and sculpt? But we'll have like evidence for streamers and stuff. You know, we'll have evidence of like what we did and how we did our work and how we talked about the process. There'll be like video VOD history on YouTube of me doing this in 100 years. I also wonder about that for like kids that grow up. Like, will my kids ever go back and watch my old streams to see what I was like when I was 30, whatever, you know? What's up, Plucci? Artistry kind of boring the way it's taught. History is inherently interesting, so you know they're doing something really wrong. Yeah, I like the instructor. He was cool. I think his name was Andrew. I remember, but he was cool. I liked him. It's just the class curriculum was bad. But the one artist, Aegon Blaze, I think he was. He really liked drawing clerics for some reason. Okay, she thinks she's funny. Okay. Who told Ashley she was funny today? Michelangelo definitely did Catgirl commissions on the side. He probably did, you know? It's like Hokusai. You draw 87 waves, but you draw one fisherman's wife, and that's what people remember before, you know? Where art history was taught was like, this is this blah blah movement here, art's traits. They failed to put into context the time, so it's just a bunch of loose facts I had to remember, and the facts that were completely useless without knowing the context. Yeah, you know, there was no story to it. It's the difference between, I think, like if you listen to like a really good history podcast or whatever, or a historical like book, if there's a narrative that you follow through on it, it's why lore is so much more interesting for interesting stories. It's like you can learn all the lore of the Lord of the Rings or Star Wars and not know anything that happened IRL. And I remember my social studies teacher, which was basically history class in Canada, we call it social studies, at least in Alberta. In like grade 10 or 11, he said to me, he's like, how can you recall facts from Star Wars off the top of your head, like every name, every character, even dates that things happened, but you can't get a good test score on a single unit or whatever? And I was like, I don't know, man. But what I realize now is that it was because there was narrative, there was a story. It mattered. This is why people like going deep dives on lore videos for like Lord of the Rings or Warhammer or whatever fandom you're into. The lore is interesting because those facts contextualize the narrative. But if there's no narrative, there's no story. I think really good history teachers, if you see, like, I watch like occasionally a history like lecture or something like that, and there's a really great narrative about what's happening at the time, and you're 100% right, Koi, that without that linear narrative that makes this story interesting, it just kind of feels like, well, who cares, right? This artist painted this on this date for this patron. The most interesting stuff from art history was things like understanding how like depictions of Mary were so important because the blue paint was so expensive that you'd paint the Virgin Mary in, right? Or understanding stuff like that. But like, who painted this at this day for this guy that you'd be on a test? Who the fuck cares? You know, 100%. Will anyone have a cat girl period in the textbooks? God, I hope not. I think it's safe to say Kim Jong-ji will stand to still be talked about. Yeah, 100%. And there's like, honestly, like full process videos of him doing his stuff, which is amazing. You know, he did a lot of live drawing and stuff, so. Imagine Vinci looked down on us and like, damn, these guys are metal. I hired 17 peasants to help me do my work. Why is it wasting his time with shading when you can just offer an urchin half a load of bread? I should get myself an art urchin, Ashy. Shit. You know what? Maybe when I'm like a big famous artist, I can do that. Maybe I can hire Koi to be one of my art urchins. Right? That's what I'm going to call my game company. Or the position of my game company. I'm going to call the lowest ranking position not associate artist, but art urchin. Hey, I just got hired at Eldara Studios. Oh, hired for what? Well, I'm an art urchin there, so yeah. Okay, makes a hell of a difference. It does, right? Really good history books will do that. They'll carry a narrative, you know. I know how school was so bad. Like, we've been doing this for way more than 100 years. Nobody's figured out how to teach kids to have curiosity. Oh God, 100%. Yeah. Every time I show Earl a pretty dress from Fantasy Show, she's like, they didn't have blue dye back then. Oh God. What a buzzkill, Ulmer. They didn't have Tyrian purple in northern, you know, post-Roman expansion. They no longer had Tyrian purple in the north of England. Please, what is this shit? Art urchin sounds better than an intern. It does, actually, you know. And I take credit for our work like the old masters did. Yes. Yes, I'll take credit for your work. Yes, 100%. I'll say, this is my sketch. I'll erase your signature and write my signature and say Evan did this. Oh, I can't wait to have my own game studio. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best fucking time. Just you wait. The Edison of art, Evan Blair. The urchin. If art history endeared the people involved to learn, I bet we'd retain it better. Yeah, I don't know the way to teach it because art history doesn't have a lot of like drama in it. Our sketch, comrade. Yes, our sketch did really well. Yes, exactly. It's like how I say that we are donating subs to the stream, you know? Like, can we get just another 10 subs this week, guys? Is it possible? Can we break this sub goal? Yo, can we hit partner? Yeah, then we'll share the Twitch payout from those subs, right? Comrade stream. Yeah. Let me try and speak up, and Evan Edison Blair sues our asses into oblivion. You know it. You'll sign such an NDA. Oh my god, you won't even know. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that art history, like the things with art history that I liked, yeah, they were the concepts, the theories, the ideas. So, not the things people expect you to remember, the dates. The mechanical aspect of it was tough to learn. Honestly, YouTube art school or YouTube art history school is probably better than anything else. So, you know, maybe the drama is what everyone knows Van Gogh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of the more famous artists from that time catch more of a substantial, like, the like post kind of church era of artists catch more of the like. There's more narrative about them. There wasn't a lot of narrative about like Caravaggio, for instance, or whoever, you know, but there was like about Van Gogh and Monet and whoever. And so they're more well known. Also, they're more recent, so you can catalog their experience. Like, I wonder if original paintings by people like Greg Rutowski today will be worth more in the future, because people they could see Greg Rutowski painting his painting in video. Right, and they could go buy the painting and know all the drama of who Greg Rutowski was, and you know that time his cat chewed on his brush or whatever. I don't know if that happened, but I'm just reaching for shit here, dog. So, and then how is digital art gonna survive? Like, I really feel in a large way that digital art is in a major way kind of a phase. I think in 50 years, people will be back to only wanting paintings and originals. They'll want something real, made by human hands. You know, unless that's why I try and treat my prints with such like reverence, because I want them to feel like they have some original, inherent, intrinsic value. And I think what I'm going to do at a certain point in time is I'm going to make prints in print series. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to have a first edition set of prints that I'm going to make like however many will sell in the first like week or two. If I make a print, the first edition could be 5, it could be 100. And then after that, I think I'm going to number every single print I do. Just to bring a sense of singularity and significance to one individual print. That there are many prints like this, but this is number 69, and that's why it sells for more. You know, serialize my prints, but have it be an open series, like I do with my sketch cards. So when I give someone a sketch card and they get 523, they know that that's sketch card 523. And although there might be 522 sketches before it, there's only one card that's 523. Now it's a bit different because those are original like hand sketch pieces that I do in ink and not prints, but it is the same sort of thing. You know, where I want those pieces to retain some sort of sense of like individuality and be treated like fine art prints. Which at the convention, not a lot of people cared about the idea of my prints being more fine art, but some people did, and that was really cool. There were some people who like talked about it and they're like, oh shit, you like really thought about this for your prints. Damn, I'm impressed. I sold out of a ton of my prints more than I thought I would. I made way more at the convention than I thought was possible for me. And a lot of that was, I think, just the confidence to walk in and say, this is what I'm doing. This is what this is about. If you like it, great. And if you don't like it, then that's totally fine. But, you know, I'm not going to make different types of prints because it'll do better in theory at the convention. Has to be something that I'm really invested in, that I really like. So, thank you to the first Chinese quotes. The whole Ask Hero's Journey, and theirs are all from like pre-thousands. You'll just make shit up about them for hundreds of years after people are long dead. Yeah, you think so? It's probably reasonable anyway, you know? Yeah, invest in an original's profit. Well, hey, if I become an actual artist one day, the original sketches and inks and things like that I do, oh yeah, man. You know, when I do my first oil paintings, bro, the original TSR artist work fetches some pretty good money already, and most of it's only around 40 years old, even the stuff that isn't D&D related. Yeah, I mean, there's something about a canvas that for 500 years has maintained the position in our society as like the pinnacle for art. That and fresco. But fresco has to be in the value of fresco is derivative of the value of the location. So fresco in the Vatican is worth more than fresco in some bishop's house, is worth more than fresco in some merchant trader noble's house, right? And so because fresco can't be moved, the age of the canvas was like very important for art. And I feel like it's going to stay that way. Maybe it can transition to things like board. Board will be okay. If it's like, you know, archival whatever board that you paint on, that's probably okay. Like, yeah, but I wonder if metal could become a medium. I wonder if you gessoed a metal plate, how well it would paint. Like if you had a big stainless steel plate and you gessoed it, I wonder how easy it'd be to paint on it. Huh. I have some original 40K before Road Trader, one of the first Space Marine inks by Tony O? Ooh, I'm unfamiliar. That sounds dope though. Holy shit. I'm absolutely minority, but I frame prints if I hang them. It means I rarely purchase prints because I don't want them to just sit in a forgotten stack. Right. I mean, like, so, man, I got some heat about this at the convention, but when I do my prints with typically a 1-inch border on the shortest side. So the shortest side will be a 1-inch border. Sometimes it doesn't quite fit, so it'll be like a 1-inch border and then a 1.5-inch border to fit on 30x19. I sometimes do a 1/2-inch border on smaller prints if the print is very long and narrow. So if you buy it, like if Sam, you know, when I send Samurai a print of this, right, it'll have a 1/2-inch white border and not a full inch white border. But I got somebody talking about that, and it was another artist, and she was like, "Oh, you'd probably do better if you found a printer that's full bleed." And she was talking to me as if I couldn't afford to go to a printer that was printing full bleed. Because she's like, you know, white borders are really a bad thing. They're not like, people don't like them or whatever. And I think it was like kind of this like idea of like, oh, that's like for Staples printing and shit like that. Like you want to get a full bleed printer. That's what people like. But I've always left a border because if you properly frame a print, you will mat the print, you know, like real expensive framing. You mat the print in like some sort of a contextually harmonizing like color or shade or whatever. In fact, if you were matting my work, I'd recommend a dark gray for my sketch work. And then you get your frame, right? And so you want the white border so you can also sign and number the print or whatever and it not be on the print. That's how all good fine art prints are made. And I had to like kind of explain myself to this other artist at the convention. And she was right. She basically said, "Oh, well, that's not what conventions are for. Nobody cares about that here." And I was like, you know what? You're right. Probably. I bet there were people that saw my work and saw the white border and thought, ugh. You know? I bet you that happened. But I don't give a fuck. Because I want to maintain my prints like fine art prints. Preserve a cubic foot of resin. I do have an Ella with resin, so, you know. I appreciate it, Salesian. Yeah. So I reached an auction for Bruce Timm art that he drew when he was 12 years old or something. It went for a lot as far as I know. Who is Bruce Timm? A girl, sweet summer child. She's probably really young and one of those pandemic artists. She was younger, I think. And she definitely, how do I word this correctly without offending everyone, including Koi? How do I say this carefully? Something about her appearance and demeanor immediately made me knew there was two things about her were true. One, she was self-taught, and two, she mostly did art for conventions and fan art at that. Oh, let's okay, open the gate. Let's fucking see the flames in a little while. Oh god. I immediately knew that she'd never worked at like a big like for like a contract job or NDA, and that she mostly did fan art. I just knew. I knew it. So yeah. I don't know. I'd be offended. I don't mean to like say there's something about convention artists and that the fan art does. Look, I don't know. I just oh man, I need some water. Holy shit. Yeah. Whew, I'm a all right, we're good, man. Yep. Yep. Where'd my glove go? Shit. Oh. It fell. At studio work, I hated it. I know. I don't mean to like, yeah. I just knew that she was a self-taught and a convention artist. I just knew. In my opinion, studio work doesn't pay what I need it to pay to be worth it for me to work on someone else's project and just get absolutely no say in anything at the end of the day and randomly get laid off. It's just not worth it. Yeah. I get that. Kind of work at a bigger studio. No. Shit. Honestly, I don't think most people cared about the print or the price, like print quality or price point or whatever. It was mostly about like the kind of, like, you know what was cool? Having people say the paper quality was really good because they could see it. I didn't put my prints in bags, or I didn't have like anything covering them. The first convention I did at in Edmonton, I had them in like protective bags. I just put this, like, stuck them up on on the display. But I didn't like the glare that came off of the lights, right? And so this time I just have them, you know, out. And I mounted them to foam core and whatever. And sure, one of them got really fucked up and I'm gonna have to replace a couple here and there. They're gonna get dirty. But people could see the texture of the paper and the way it, like, kind of, you know, looks good, I think. I think it looks good. And that definitely helped. People appreciated it. So, I see friends work at a bigger studio, and their workload. Oh, friends work at a bigger studio. Their workloads are insane. Like, why? I don't want to hustle this hard for 100K. Yeah, I think it is, though. People view studio work as being more secure than freelance work, and I don't think one is necessarily. Like, it is funny when you hear people who, like, in the midst of layoffs for the games industry, complaining about how, like, it's so scary to not know if I'm going to have work next month. And the freelance artists are just, like, the freelance artists collectively pull a muscle rolling their eyes when they hear that from, like, studio artists. But it is still scary. It does suck. you know. And I think that in some ways, I think that long-term freelance and working for yourself and building your own thing is way more secure than studio work, you know. And before all the whole like games industry layoffs things started happening a couple of years ago, like pre-pandemic, there was a girl that I knew at Blizzard, back when I was going to BlizzCons in like 2015-ish era of Evan. I met this girl who was on an incubation team. Okay. And so she was on some special super secret team at Blizzard for some special super secret project. All right. And incubation is really dangerous because you go to an incubation team. It's probably like, I think your team was like less than 10 people, and they will like incubate a project, a blue sky project, and just see if it does something cool with it. And then they'll present it, you know? They'll present their project, and if it's good, great, they make a game out of it. And if it's not, who cares? They didn't invest too much. They invested 2 years, 10 people, right? So she had gotten to Blizzard. Her story was she got to Blizzard on a like an not after school, but like a post-schooling like internship program. And she got hired onto a team briefly. I don't know which team it was. I think it was Heroes of the Storm. And she worked there for like a couple of weeks before she got an opportunity to move over to this incubation team, which she did. Sorry. Which she did. And she worked there for like 3 or 4 years. And the incubation project got killed. Now, when this happens, you don't get to post or talk about any of the work you did, because the company just takes all that work and just squirrels it away because they might use it someday. So because it's all still under contract and NDA, you can't post any of it. When an industry artist posts their work, they post it like, you'll see The War Within came out, and about 3 months after The War Within came out, all the artists dumped their stuff on ArtStation. Said, hey, I did this for War Within, I did that for War Within, I did the design for Sylvanas, I did the design for Anduin, whatever. And you're like, cool. But she basically lost the first 3 years of professional work and development for her. So she had her school portfolio, she went straight into Blizzard, bam. She's now 25-ish, is a proficient, you know, senior artist maybe level, right? And she can't show any of her work. She can't post it anywhere. She can't show it off. She can't even take ownership of it. She can't use it for another job, whatever. So her incubation project gets canned. Then she gets laid off. I think she got laid off pretty shortly after. And then it's like, now what do? You're 24, 25, whatever. You've worked in the industry for 3 years, but you have nothing to show for it, literally. So as far as I knew, she had to spend about 4 or 5 months building a portfolio then. And then I don't know what happened after, but like, what do? You go to another company like Riot or whatever, and you say, hey, so I'm a professional and I really want to work as a principal, or not principal, senior or associate on your project. Here's my portfolio that I made in the last 4 months. And I did work at Blizzard, but you can't see anything I worked on. Shrug. It's very dangerous to work at studios, I think. It always was. Swing through as I'm working, but I want to say you have some really cool art. Love the vibe as well. Waiting for those comments to be open. I appreciate it, eh? Thanks for that. My commissions will be probably another little while. I do have my coffee requests. I try and open up a couple of sketches every couple of weeks, but as far as like full comms go, it's probably gonna be another couple months anyway. So I apologize, my friend, but I appreciate it. Who cares about posting? It's worse because you can't show anything to your next employer. Exactly, right? It's so dangerous. And obviously that's not the case for everybody. A lot of people will say like they'll work on a project on like World of Warcraft or something for like 4 or 5 years. Then they'll do an incubation thing, and then it's like, yeah, you know, I'm looking for a new job. And they're like, oh, what did you do? You're like, well, I was in incubation for the last 2 years, so I can't show anything that. But here's what I did on Warcraft. And they're like, oh, cool, you know. But what do you do if you go to like if you're a young artist and you get offered incubation? It's one of the biggest risks, and I don't think the risk is ever worth it. You know, if you're right out of school and you get offered incubation before you like prove yourself to the company, that's a bad fucking deal, man. You're gonna get beaten by the system, fucking roasted. It's not a good time. Yeah, super dangerous. Not that that would happen to everyone, but I've never thought that working for a studio is like safer than it is to work for yourself. You know, it's just, especially if like, I mean, I guess if you're just doing commissions and stuff and working for other people, it's still kind of dangerous. But if you're building something for yourself that's scalable in the long term, that you can like, you know, make a project or whatever where you do your own thing, it's a lot safer in the long term. It just requires some pain up front, you know. It definitely sucks. Like the first probably 4 years that I was doing this, the decision between eating and you know, internet was a common decision I'd have to make every month. And Ella just took it like a champ, man. Every month she's like, yep, it's tough, but you know, it's worth it. I'd be like, I don't know, is this a good idea? Should we keep going? Should I keep doing this thing? She's like, bitch, you're not gonna stop now. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, dear. Yeah, yes, dear. Trusty Bureau, I actually done art before. Yeah, that's basically what you walk into the thing with, you know. You get contracts though, which may help as references if you're applying somewhere else. Well, I think that's the only thing you can rely on, is that you can say like, I'm pretty sure that if you have like if you have that happen, ideally your art director or whoever was in charge of the creative stuff on the project, because you might not have an art director, it might be a creative director. Ideally, you say, hey, here's so and so's email. They're a more well-known figure at the company. They'll vouch for me. Ideally. But you're not going to have anybody outside of your incubation team probably vouching for you, which is the scary thing. Right? You'll like have your original like sort of AD on Warcraft or whatever. Like they'll be like, hey, is this person? They're like, who? That person that worked for you for 2 months, you know, 4 years ago. You're like, the fuck? They work for me? I don't know. So it can be a bit difficult. Not to say it's not worth the risk for everybody, but I just don't think I don't personally think it's worth the risk. All right. Ooh, that was a good signature, man. That was a good one. All right. And I just like being able to stand on my own 2 feet. Like, okay, I take a pay cut, but I have so many skills and mental growth a studio would never have. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think so. All right. Let's check the tape, man. Uh-oh. Is this not recording? Oh, it is. Okay, good. I was worried that I had lost or ran out of room. All right. Okay. You guys ready? What is it? 4 hours of process in 3 seconds. Ready? And go. Ooh, I like the way his like hair just kind of like swoops over. That was good, man. Look at that, dude. All stream, just creating our boy. Look at him come to life. Ooh, that's good. I like that. It's gonna be a good process video. I like how we just have this big ugly badge here that says Ministry of Fey Nonsense, not Silly Walks, that then gets like made into an actual badge at some point in time. That's nice. That's good shit. Well, Samurai, I will review it tonight and tomorrow, and then I will send it to you when I make some little adjustments. But thanks for the request. Holy, thanks for the request, man. There we go. I got there in the end. I'm chewing on too many crayons recently, so thanks, dude. That was fun. That was dope. This is a good piece. Ella should have your dice fairly promptly. I don't know. I'm not Ella. Super happy back. Turned out great. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. Love the video move. Yeah, right. It looks cool, eh? I like that shit. Where I can go work at a studio anytime I wanted and can make ends on my own anytime I wanted. Yeah, it's why I really want to build out Eldara and make sure that Eldara is like a, I don't know, a really good, safe project that I can kind of... Oh, I need to fix that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Blue is your favorite color crayon? Ooh, yeah, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of, like, every Marine I know prefers the blue crayons. Those must go for a high value down there, so... Yeah. Who knew Crayola was so popular at Paris Island? All right, dope. Okay, I have a very important Discord call meeting that I need to go to, so I am going to end it right there. Heard that? Yeah, Tari would know. Let's just save this real quick. We're gonna do our quick little crop, and remember, never do this. Never, ever, ever crop your pieces like this. Always save it properly. Never crop. Ever. Do you need for 3 more hours? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I shouldn't be late to D&D at all, Ashy. It shouldn't take that long. You'll do great. Thanks, Koi. I appreciate it. I'm always very nervous in the first review with big projects for clients, because I'm really like, did I get the right? Am I in the right direction? Did I go? Did I do the thing the right way the first time? You know. I don't know. I'm really hoping that I'll save as copy in. So I'm gonna create a new one. Samurai. I'm gonna call him Harry First Edit. We'll see if he needs an edit later, but I want to have a first edit done. Cool. Okay. Right on. Dope. We got it. Hope you guys more of your streams. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you chilling. Hope you had fun. All right. So. Listen, sometimes, Aduria, I go into it and I'm like, wow, I don't need to change anything. I did it right the first time. There's one thing I know I need to change, so I probably shouldn't even. So no, I still should save the first edit. I should always catalog my versions, whatever. Okay, cool. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. You know what Friday is? Friday is always Fan Art Friday. Will I do Fan Art Friday on this Fan Art Friday? Probably not. I'll probably do some Eldara stuff or some coffee stuff. I don't know. Do I ever do fan art? I might do some fan art of Luke Holt as Zeus from Epic. That or Stim Pack, one of the two. So, all right, guys, I will catch you later. Have a wondrous rest of your day. If you guys are playing D&D tonight, I know a lot of you are playing D&D tonight. For some reason, why Thursdays? I don't know, man. Have the best time at your games. I'll have fun at my game. And if I don't hear that you played D&D tomorrow, well, you better have been playing Baldur's Gate alone in the darkness, in your underwear with week old pizza that's probably gone bad, but it warms up good. So, anyway, until next time, my friends. Farewell.